go.
Hey yo, you dealing with the X Factor, rough and coming at ya. Televised, be caught on close capture. Don't blink, might miss it. No solution, gotta start the revolution. I know you're watching.
Football with an attitude.
Football like you've never seen it before.
The thing I love about the XFL is the heart and soul that these players show for the love of the game. This is awesome!
No fair catch, no kicking the extra point. Are you ready for some football?
Take, hey yo, get ready for the revolution. It will be televised. A new day is coming. Here comes the no surprise. The strong will stand, the weak will fall to their knees on the floor and watch them crawl.
Quarterbacks don't get to wear a skirt in this league.
Vince Lombardi is not turning in his grave. He's breakdancing in his grave.
Watch them crawl. Gotta start the revolution. I know you're watching.
What's your favorite part? What's your favorite part?
He hate me.
That's how we do.
He hate me.
The offensive lineman who ran all the way downfield and hit the guy who picked off the pass. Oh, that was great.
There actually is no coin flip per se. Instead, two players just beating the crap out of each other for the ball.
This is what makes the XFL different right off the bat.
Yeah, it was the greatest game I've ever been to.
Yo, you dealing with the X Factor.
On the league's opening day, it was the most highly rated primetime show.
Yes! Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, The Rock.
After 6 long years, The Rock says, finally, professional football has come back to Los Angeles. Six years ago, NFL Suits decided Los Angeles shouldn't have a football team. 6 years ago, NFL Suits decided Los Angeles wasn't good enough for a football team. Los Angeles doesn't need a football team? Well, The Rock in Los Angeles and the entire country for that matter, The Rock in Los Angeles and the entire country for that matter are sick and tired of NFL Suits telling us what we want. So we have a little message to the NFL Suits. We want you to find your bags, the very bags you packed when you took football out of LA. Then we want you to empty your bags out, and then we want you to fill your bags back up with the things that are obviously most important to you. We want the NFL Suits to fill their bags up with their little cell phones, with their little dinner reservations, and then we want you to add one more thing, a brand new red and black XFL football. And once you've added that football, we want you to zip your bags up, make sure they're nice and tight and secure. And then we say to you, the NFL Suits, and to everyone around who wants to tell us, the people, what we should have and what we shouldn't have. we respectfully tell you to take your bags, turn them sideways, and stick them straight up your candy asses. If you smell what the XFL is cooking.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Extreme.
Are you ready for some smash mouth football? This late arriving yet raucous crowd here in the LA Coliseum certainly is, because tonight the Chicago Enforcers come to town to take on the Los Angeles
to the Chicago Enforcers.
The Chicago Enforcers take on the Los Angeles Extreme. Both teams looking to get into the pay window with their first victory. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Ross alongside Jesse the Body Ventura, and we welcome you to Los Angeles. And, of course, the hopes of Los Angeles, Jesse, rests on the shoulders of Tommy Maddox, number 8.
That's right. Tommy Maddox, the LA quarterback, has been getting off to a slow start. He better not tonight, or Chicago's going to jump all over him. And also, JR, he better not get hurt, because Scott Milanovich, his backup quarterback, his wife Jamie is 9 months pregnant, 5 days overdue. She's here in the stadium, and who knows, that baby may be on its way.
Tonight could be the night, and certainly Chicago rests their hopes on the XFL Player of the Week, John Avery, an outstanding running back.
John Avery is an explosive running back, and LA is going to have to contend with him on what is kind of a soggy field, which is an advantage to the runner. Avery
has the Barry Sanders-like tendencies, and ladies and gentlemen, here's an update on more on the Jamie situation of pregnancy. Let's have this update now.
This is Stephanie McMahon. The helicopter behind me is ready to take LA Extreme quarterback Scott Milanovich to the hospital should his wife Jamie go into labor. Jamie's already 4 days overdue, and Scott is not about to miss the birth of their first child. We're incredibly excited for Scott and Jamie. Now, we're gonna get this game started before that baby gets born. Let's go to Mike Adamle.
There is no coin toss in the XFL. We don't believe that random chance should decide the start of a football game. We don't believe in heads and tails. What we do believe in is heads and hearts. So the players will decide who kicks off and who receives in a scramble for the football. One player representing each team will line up on the 30-yard line side by side. On the referee's whistle, they will sprint to the ball, and the player who first gains complete possession of the football will win the scramble, and his team will get the choice of kicking off or receiving. Representing the visiting Chicago Enforcers, 5'10", 185, a cornerback from Florida State, Troy Saunders. Representing the hometown Los Angeles Extreme, 6'1", 198, a former Clemson Tiger, number 4, Larry Ryans. Our referee, Randy Crystal.
It's going to be same rules. definition of a free ball. It'll be get ready, get set, and I'll blow my whistle. Get prepared.
These men not wanting to maintain some eye contact there, Jesse.
Larry Ryans from LA and Troy Saunders from Chicago will scramble for the ball. Here we go. They're off.
2 men from the ACC. And LA has won the scramble.
Larry Ryans has won it, so Los Angeles will get their choice.
These guys are pumped up, as well they should be, as we take another look at the scramble, Jesse.
There you see it. Ryans gets a head start, makes the dive over the top, and gets the scramble for the ball.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, moments ago, we'd like to take you back to the locker room, where both coaches had the opportunity to address their teams.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about right there, baby.
Man, we got to fly around, make things happen, execute, be on top of things, be sharp, execute, key, and fly around and hit the man right in the mouth.
If we come off the ball offensively, we come off. Everybody comes off. Avery, we got to have a commitment. Everybody's got to run to the ball. Don't try to be a hero. You're going to get help. Okay? Play it and have fun playing it. The way you have fun is you play with the passion and you win.
That's what the XFL is all about.
That's right. Pay for play. Quarterbacks earn $5,000 per game. All other players $4,500. Kickers $3,500. $2,500 bonus to each player for each win. $7,500 per player for a playoff win. And of course the big
Excursion, Jerry the King Lawler. We're here in Orlando. We're at 36,000 plus to watch the inaugural week of the XFL last week. And the home guys, the Orlando Rage, walked away victorious. And here we are, week 2, King. 2 undefeated teams.
Well, and Orlando started things off right tonight. They won the scramble for the ball. They're gonna take possession, and we're gonna get a heck of a ball game underway.
We understand there's some technical snafus in Los Angeles. We'll bring you back to that contest as soon as we can. But I'll tell you what, we've got a dandy here. Something's got to give with a couple of 1-0 teams. And that man you see right there, ready to kick it off for San Francisco, Mike Patasek, is a great story in the XFL already. A guy who is teaching drama in Lebanon, Indiana. Phone rang 2 weeks ago. Somebody said, you want to kick field goals for the XFL in San Francisco? He said, sure. He won the game for him last week and put $2,500 into his teammates' pockets.
Well, that was a lot of drama. I'm sure he's used to it. If he teaches it, he taught the world some drama last week. We are ready to go here in Orlando.
36,000 plus last week. Looks like the same kind of huge, jacked up number tonight.
Let's go, baby.
Again, Orlando won the scramble. They receive. Week 2 of the XFL is underway.
This kick's going to be returned. Got some running room. Here we go.
Twisted around the outside.
First and 10, Orlando Reach.
Stephen Fisher brings it back out. That's where Orlando will start their night. Who better to introduce the Orlando starting offense than the Orlando offense?
Tony Gator, Miami, Florida, wide receiver.
Derek Clark, running back, Evangel College.
Mario Bailey, wide receiver, University of Washington.
Diallo Burks, wide receiver, Eastern Kentucky University.
Jeff Brown, quarterback, University of Florida.
Jeremy Akers, University of Notre Dame, right tackle.
That's Coach Gator.
Sean Love, offensive guard, Penn State University.
Cal Dixon, center, University of Florida. Jason Gamble, left guard, Clemson.
Dan Collins, left tackle, Boston College.
A lot of meat on that offensive line for Orlando.
Jeff Brom had a huge game last week for the Orlando Rage. 217 yards, 4 TDs against the Chicago Enforcers in week 1 of the season.
I bet he'd like to just quit while he was ahead. I mean, he had a career night last week.
Rip.
Orlando.
They scored a touchdown on their first offensive play last week. Let's see what they do tonight.
Got a man in high motion. That short passing game started out nicely. That one's complete. Kevin Swain. King, I understand there's a complete power failure at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. You know, that's a pretty old building.
Well, you know, I didn't believe that guy would really do it. I asked the guy just to unplug the electricity. He really did it. We're on the air nationwide.
We'll bring you back to Los Angeles as soon as they figure out the King's buddy and put him in jail and turn the lights on in that joint.
Go!
Orlando picking up right where they left off last week. Brom handing to Derek Clark for a few.
I'm telling you, this is a high-powered offense for Orlando.
Check the San Francisco defensive line. Miles, Hanson, Cousins, and Eric England, who had a big game last week against L.A. Linebacking core, James Williams, Dave Thomas, and John Haskins. The Stanford product in the secondary, Wendell Davis, Pete DeStefano, a Cal Berkeley guy, Greg Williams, and Dwayne Harper, the oldest demon on the roster.
Come, go!
That's Derek Clark trying to get around the side, cut down, a flag on the play. Derek Clark's playing with 2 bruised ribs tonight, King. This is a guy who wants to be out there not only to help his team win, but you know what? There's $2,500 on the line for everybody on the roster if you win tonight. That certainly plays a part in this thing.
Second down where you see the
Looks
ball.
like we got illegal motion there against Orlando. You're right. I mean, these guys, they need to be careful because they barely make enough money to cover hospital expenses.
Brom, as we mentioned, had a big game last week, 15-33, 4 touchdown passes.
It was like Chicago was employing the old Swiss cheese defense against Orlando last week. Orlando moved the ball up and down the field at will.
Never mind on the flag, we're told, as that was waved off. No penalty on the play.
Oh, no harm, no foul. Looks like the same play.
Michael Black in the backfield on a hand for a couple.
Where you at, Black?
Michael Black wasn't even on my card, King.
I don't think Jeff Brom knew who he was. He said, where you at, Black? Maybe he said, who are you?
Dave Thomas, a middle linebacker, ran him out of bounds. 3rd down, 11 yards to go.
0-60 speed.
Orlando needing to get it to the 25-yard line for a first down.
And they need about 8 to 10 yards, I would think, for a field goal attempt.
It is the Orlando Rage in the red jerseys. The San Francisco Demons, the road team, wearing the white jersey tops.
Oh, man.
Almost caught, almost picked off. Black couldn't hang on.
One of the things I noticed last week about Orlando, the offensive line gives Jeff Brom all day to throw that ball. That pass really should have been caught.
This is the most exciting 4th down league in the world, King. This is 4th and 11. For this punt to go 25 yards, if in fact the Rage decide to punt it.
I think there's a decision to be made. I guess they are going to punt now.
Here comes the punting unit onto the field.
I think Jeff Brom wanted to go for it.
First time we've seen it tonight, and they're running out of time on the play clock. Only 35 seconds on the XFL play clock, and Orlando can't get its act together.
Well, in actuality, I don't think that's going to hurt Orlando that bad. 5 yards is not going to make that big a difference right here. Still no lights in Los Angeles, huh?
I guess not.
Well, you know, I guess they already have to borrow electricity from other states, I think.
You had to go there. You had to go there. Well, now they'll kick it. Jay Taylor on to kick, a West Virginia product, an old Don Nehlen guy back in the day. James Hunden back to receive. Ball needs to get to the 11-yard line to go 25 and have it be a free ball. After 25 yards, anybody can jump on it and advance it. Hunden in his end zone. No fair catch in the XFL. Takes it out to the 9.
Good hard hitting down there. XFL is not a contact sport, Matt. This is a collision sport. Let's check out this big.
Looks like they're waiting around for a buffet or something.
They had to install speed bumps at the buffet here.
Burgess, University of Miami.
Bill Duff, University of Tennessee.
My buddy Bill.
Ken Anderson, University of Arkansas. Ben Huff from the University of Michigan.
Sean Banks, Texas Tech.
James Roberson, defensive end, Florida State University. Steve Fisher, North Carolina Tar Heel.
Omar Brown, University of North Carolina Tar Heels. Rude boy for life.
Kelly Malvo, defensive back, University of Arizona. Corey Gilliard, defensive back, Ball State. Coming all day, baby.
Coming all day.
Corey Black, the only one that had anything to say other than name, rank, and serial number. This is an all-business unit that Mike Pulaski is going to start his day against. Head coach Jim Skipper was one proud man after the Polish rifle, had the huge game versus Los Angeles. 31 completions last week in the opener. And he's going to put it in the air, his first possession. Nothing for Juan Johnson as we check the Demons offensive unit. The line, Adams, Schiffers, Kesselak, Hunt, and Dittman. They're good at the skill positions with Brian Roberson not getting the start. He's injured. Taking his place is Tyus Winans, Hunden, Roach, Reeder, and Dunbar, the former NFL #1 draft choice, in the backfield with DePaul. That's Dunbar up the middle for a couple. Demons had trouble running the ball last week. Von Dunbar got only 10 of the team's 19 carries, and as you can see, and as King just mentioned, they are underway in Los Angeles, even though the lights are off. You know, it's still daylight out there, King.
I would love to see a game played in total darkness.
Trying to get it to the 20 for a first down.
A lot of noise from this crowd here in Orlando.
Jimmy Cunningham, the man in motion. They call him Jimmy the Jet. Pulaski buys some time for himself and dumps it out to Von Dunbar. A first down and more.
And that's the way you quieten the crowd here in Orlando. Well, Pulaski had a little bit of time there, able to complete this pass out into the right flat here.
That's the San Francisco Demons attack right there. Excuse me while I wrap that beach ball around a little bit.
Hey,
if that beach ball comes up again, you just take over. I got to play. I got a game to play.
That was my beach ball. What's the matter with you?
Dunbar in the backfield with Pulaski once again. They give it to Dunbar. Looks like they're going to try to get him started, but he is met head on.
Nice hit.
Sean Banks The XFL Defensive Player of the Week last week, starting out right where he left off against Chicago.
This guy will make you hear your teeth rattle when he hits you.
2nd and 9 for the Demons.
Sean Banks is a guy Jim Skipper's offense need going to stay away from. Had a huge week last week, and this is a guy who loves being in the XFL. He was working in masonry, he was working in retail, he was working with a computer company as a tech consultant. He'd much rather be here on the field.
Got that right. Player of the week last week.
Did they get it off? No, say the officials. I'll tell you, that 35-second play clock's already been a problem for both offenses tonight.
Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains 2nd down.
You got to get it going here in the XFL. This is like microwave football. You got to get that play called. You got to get up to the line and snap that ball.
It's a 35-second play clock. It's a 10-minute halftime. Shorter than what a lot of these players are used to. As Schexnayder in motion, he had a big touchdown catch last week. And it's Schexnayder for the grab.
Come on, baby.
Calvin Schexnayder, they call him Shex. He's another guy who had a litany of odd jobs in the, well, whatever. I'm going to let you do that.
What? I was just going to... Oh, my gosh. Madam, you got a quarter? I got to call my mom and tell her I just met the girl of my dreams. Wow.
All right, behave. Come on now. They're using our game now. Don't be goofing around.
I'm not.
The lights are off in L.A. Here's Pulaski getting out of trouble. Dumps it off to Brandon Young, the nephew of head coach Jim Skipper.
I love it when these guys get up and get in their face.
Omar Brown made the tackle for Orlando. San Francisco starting to move the ball.
Well, we got two undefeated teams here. Something's got to give tonight.
46 Charlie F. Y. Lucy. Y'all ready?
Once again, as soon as we straighten out that situation in Los Angeles, we'll send you back to the Los Angeles Extreme and Chicago Enforcers. You're our problem now. Jamie Reeder in motion.
Uh-oh, forgot the ball.
Little play action of sorts. It's Brian Roach, the tight end, who's dragged down.
I don't know if that was a busted play or design, but look good either way.
8th play of the drive for San Francisco.
You tell me, is this? Yeah, great fake there.
No, we bought it.
But our cameraman was right on top of things.
You know, Mike Pulaski, the quarterback of the Demons, is a broadcaster for his Cal Bear alum football team. Nothing we do up here is going to surprise him. Gets it away despite a blitz, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. 3rd down. Get on your feet for your range defense.
That's his first incompletion of the night. 5 of 6 for 50 yards. He's having quite a night.
Last week in their victory against Los Angeles, Pulaski, 31 completions, as we mentioned. He found 9 different receivers in that game. He was throwing it to the vendors by the 3rd quarter.
Well, that's his jersey number 9. He looks for 9 different receivers.
Got that offense spread wide open. They need to get it to the 28 for a first down. Flag on the play. Almost picked off. Reggie Doster had Tyus Winans covered well.
Looks like the penalty may be against Orlando. Let's listen in.
Left hash. Take it 5.
Nice hearing from you.
Come on, you the back. Posse, posse.
Offside. Fernandez on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
There's big Cedric Clark. And they'll repeat the 3rd down.
Ready? One hole, score. One hole, one hole.
Cedric's so big, it's hard for him to not be offsides when he lines up anywhere on the field.
Jimmy the Jet Cunningham in that high blast forward motion. Hand to Juan Johnson.
They played it for Orlando, no.
Calvin Schexnayder doing a little talking as he gets back to the huddle. He told us yesterday he's quiet and dignified. He looked like he was talking a little junk there.
Well, what the people that are watching TV right now didn't get to see was before this game started, several of the of the San Francisco Demons had some disparaging remarks to make about the city of Orlando, didn't they?
They did.
Like Las Vegas for kids.
Pulowski and the Demons want to take time out and chat. They're on 8 plays on the drive. You're watching the XFL on NBC.
It's the return of Superstar Thursday with Susan Sarandon on another supersized Friends.
There you go.
Plus a Friends special with never-before-seen outtakes that'll never be seen again. Then Ellen DeGeneres is on Will and Grace, and Pamela Anderson's on Just Shoot Me.
Now let's end this with a nice big long hug.
Superstar Thursday on NBC.
One number to call, one dealership to see. Hagen Nissan on Atlantic. You can get a 2001 Pathfinder for $299 a month and get financing as low as 3.9 for up to 60 months. One number to call, one dealership to see. Hagen Nissan on Atlantic.
Science is boring and it's hard. I just don't get the math. It's confusing. It's kind of hard. I don't like science. I'm not interested in it.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to work with computers. A lawyer. A doctor.
A teacher.
A pediatrician. I want to be a cosmetologist.
You know, class, all professions need math or science for success.
Help your child achieve their dreams. Contact the Duval County Schools Urban Systemic Initiative for help with math or science or for enrichment programs.
It's Boat Show time at the 54th Annual Jacksonville Boat Show. See how affordable owning a boat can be. See hundreds of boats in various sizes and price ranges. See what's new in the accessory section. Visit our huge outside boat display. Free cooking lessons with Chef Robert, courtesy of Winn-Dixie. Visit any exhibiting marine dealer for a discount courtesy pass. This is one show you don't want to miss. Today through Sunday at the Prime Osborne Convention Center.
Nissan Power, Nissan Saving, Nissan at the Avenue. Power Bond. Get a 2001 Pathfinder loaded for just $299 a month. Power Saving, only 3.9 up to 60 months. Nissan Power, Nissan Saving, Nissan at the Avenue. Phillips Highway at 9A.
Fast food services put to the test tonight at 11.
The XFL on NBC.
Oh, we're back on the XFL, and boy, look at these fans, man. Sometimes here in Orlando, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how drunk you get.
On 4th and 1, the Demons going to decide to go for it.
I'm about to decide to go for it.
You know what? I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah. Ball count. Play fake.
Oh, everybody bought it. He dumps it off to his tight end, Big Brian Roach. They're going to measure this one. Pulaski works at play fake. That is sweet.
Beautiful. Let's take another look at this. Beautiful play fake.
Get it.
Oh, man. You see those Orlando players just dragging him back.
That big old tight end, Brian Roach, wants to go to law school and become an actor. You know, that's the you go to law school to become an actor. That's what he wants to do when his playing days are done. Chain gang to measure. Yeah, you betcha.
First down.
Pick this shit up.
He wants to go to, wait a minute, I just caught that. He wants to go to law school to become an actor.
Yeah, I don't understand the route either. Looking to make himself $2,500 richer tonight.
It's the 11th play of the drive.
James Hunden in motion. Polish rifle going to throw it again. There's that law school actor, tight end Brian Roach.
Second down for the Demons.
Well, they're still playing in the dark out there. Take a turn scoring.
Again, we'll get you out to Los Angeles as soon as we can. You'll have a chance to see that beach they got set up in the end zone and some of the other fun at the LA Coliseum. Another first down for the Paw. That one's complete. Jimmy the Jet Cunningham as they get closer to the end zone.
Brian Roberson, wide receiver, San Francisco. Huge week last week against Los Angeles. How much will your team miss you tonight?
Oh, they should have missed me too much. I'm still here helping them out, seeing things that they don't see when they're in the game. And right now we got guys going there filling in for me, and we're not missing a beat.
What play would you call right here?
Right now, keep it on the ground and see if we can just stuff it in the hole. I think our running game is pretty good right now.
Guy's already second-guessing his coach, man. He's on the IR for 1 week.
Well, he wants to play it safe. First and goal here for San Francisco.
That's Vaughn Dunbar up to the 5.
Stopped by a host of the Rage defense. Second down.
That is a loss for Jim Skipper's Demons being without that guy that we just heard from, because Brian Roberson last week, 12 catches, 127 yards. There's still a bunch of targets on this offensive attack for Pulaski to find. Again, Pulaski completed 31 passes using 9 different guys last week. Rage crowd trying to make some noise and back up their defense, whose backs are against the wall.
Well, they're making the noise, all right. This whole stadium is shaking.
Cunningham in motion.
He's got too much time.
Gets it off to Roach, the tight end. Does he get in the end zone? No signal by the official there. It is touchdown.
Now that will not make Coach Galen Hall smile.
If he didn't smile after a win last night, he's going to sure look chapped after this start.
Yeah, there he is. Don't bite him yet. Don't start biting him.
Here's the conversion try for San Francisco. In the XFL, there is no PAT kick. You got to run it or throw it in from the 2-yard line. Jimmy the Jet in high motion. There's Jimmy the Jet. It was thrown behind him, but it's complete, and they convert to PAT. 7-0 San Francisco.
Very impressive drive by the Demons. Take one more look at this extra point.
This is what capped off
actually the touchdown, yes.
Oh, this was the touchdown, 14 plays, 90 yards. This play started from their own 10, and it burned 8.5 minutes. How much longer are you and I going to burn?
We're going to be here a while. Yes.
Smooth and refreshing as a mountain stream. Head for the mountains of Busch beer.
You think you're harder on your engine than most people? Well, good. Because there's a motor oil made to take it. Introducing Pennzoil Synthetic with Penzane. Penzane was developed for the space program and is used by NASA. Don't change your driving, just change your oil. Pennzoil Synthetic. Don't hold back.
I want to be in the reserve to gain all the experience I can from life. I'm not looking for a job with sparkles and glitter and fireworks everywhere. No, I just want to be happy what I'm doing. My biggest challenge I'm gonna have is the sit-ups and everything else. Personally, I don't think I have no weakness.
No weaknesses? Watch him prove it.
I just want a challenge.
Log on, only at GoArmy.com.
We have
back live in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. Jim Ross and Jesse the Body Ventura. And it has been a track meet thus far. Chicago leading 12-6. And it has been all offense thus far, Body.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know where the LA defense has been. Aaron Bailey, 2 catches for Chicago, 96 yards. They've scored twice. Tommy Maddox snuck from one yard out to make it 12-6. But you know what? Where else but LA would you lose your power? Now, I thought they just appropriated $10 billion or something to pay for electricity out here. Obviously, maybe the check bounced.
Maybe so. The electrical company flexing their muscle here, but we're back with you now. John Avery has scored a touchdown at 28 yards. Tommy Maddox scored the touchdown for Los Angeles on a 1-yard keeper, but Maddox, who had to start quickly, had to start efficiently, has done just that, Jesse. Well, he is 7 of 8.
And it's been interesting because Chicago's scoring on big plays, short, long drives, but relatively few plays. LA controlling the ball and marching down the field so far. Here we go, JR.
Andy Crossland out of Miami with the kickoff, and Larry Ryan's the return man. And the ball advanced a 13-yard return on the play. 1st and 10 for the Los Angeles Extreme. A big nod here for Tommy Maddox, who played at UCLA. He knows the Coliseum very well. And as we said early on, Jesse, Maddox has got to start efficiently, and he has done just that.
The big problem right now, JR, has been the LA defense. They cannot stop Chicago so far. Their offense is doing fine.
Maddox, the quarterback, the ball on the 27-yard line. And Maddox with a quick out. Complete pass to Copeland. Jermaine Copeland, the former janitor. A man that was a janitor coming out of the University of Tennessee. Played on their 1998 National Championship team. And recruited there, Jesse, as a quarterback behind Peyton Manning.
Well, Copeland with a lot of talent, and Maddox is going to look for him all night tonight, one of his prime receivers.
Maddox 8 of 9 for 70 yards.
48!
And there's a handoff to Rashawn Sheehy, number 22, ready to get outside, and Sheehy shows what he's made of. Sheehy, who grew up in the shadows of the Los Angeles Coliseum, just gained 12 yards.
Growing up very close to it in the shadow of the Los Angeles Coliseum. What a thrill for him.
Number 22 grew up in South Central LA in Watts, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the world, quite frankly. And there's a handoff to Rashawn Sheehy. Sheehy turns the corner. He likes to get behind those shoulder pads. And Sheehy, who spent most of his adolescent years in Watts, just gained 9 yards. But his senior year, his mother, Linda, sent him to Bakersfield to play his senior year of high school football.
Left.
Hey, baby. What's up with that?
Coach left.
He cut outside.
Yeah, Dan pull. The guard, 47 power.
Eric. Backside guard. Eric. Eric Johnson.
2nd down and 1. Ken Oxendine, the Ox. Stepping in, the play action. Maddox looking to throw, and Maddox just got nailed. Big time hit by Casey Daly out of Northwestern. One of 4 very active linebackers employed in Ron Meyer's 3-4 defense.
And a big play by Daly right there, coming in with the sack. Here you see Daly coming in. Outside pass rush. Down goes Tommy Maddox.
Emphatically. The try started at the 27-yard line of Los Angeles. Oxendine, the setback. And Maddox looking to throw. Maddox has time. And the pass is complete to Larry Lyons. 18-yard gain for the young man from Clemson.
And JR, where are the defenses tonight? So far it's been all offense. There you see Lyons breaking over the middle. Maddox lays a little stretch for that ball. Beautiful catch.
It looked like the ball hit the ground, but the official was right on top of it. In any event, the football is at the 32-yard line of Chicago. LA moving the football.
48.
Rashawn Sheehy back in the ball game. living his dream tonight, playing in the Coliseum. And Tommy Maddox, you heard, calling timeout for the Los Angeles Extreme.
We're in the red zone there. Good job.
It has been all offensive fireworks here in the Coliseum. The visitor, Chicago, up by 6.
Get a shot on that 142 line.
Oh, I know.
What do you think about the game on it?
The NBA All-Star Game, Sunday at 6 Eastern on NBC.
Who could tell me what builds strong bones? Anybody know that one? Milk, milk. What goes with pie? Milk, milk. What goes with beans?
I'm in. I don't want to hit.
Should have had your man.
Get out.
N and Q.
Q? Close?
What about a K?
No, G.
What about an X?
X. Seriously.
I don't have a root beer.
You'll have a milk. Say it with me. Osteo.
G.
Want strong bones? Calcium may help prevent osteoporosis.
Bingo.
I'm walking around mud, rocks, rain. My feet are comfortable, and that's the most important thing.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee.
About another cold zero, man.
It's the thing trying to call collect by dialing 0.
Give me the phone, sugar. You need to dial 1-800-CALL-ATT, and you can save big bucks. Snowflake.
Code 0's been avoided.
Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Who else but crazy men would film their crimes?
Two visitors are about to bring America
I want to know who these guys are, and I want to know now.
to its knees
They had a video camera, and I just wanted them to get out of here.
in prime time. Now,
If it bleeds, it leads.
two of New York's finest
It's going down. Go!
must stop the madness.
Will of the hunt.
Robert De Niro, Edward Burns.
You want headlines? You want to be a celebrity? Shoot me!
15 minutes. Rated R. Starts Friday, March 9th.
Hold it. Thanks.
21, please.
Like playing around with stuff? Well, at Best Buy, you can play around with anything you want. Actually, that's half the fun. Best Buy. Go ahead. Turn on the fun.
Monday, 8/7 Central.
These guys kill people.
The Man with No Fear is back on NBC.
The Green Mamba.
Putting his face to the fangs.
Big fangs, big venom. Bite on the face would be awful.
The Crocodile Hunter, Africa's Deadliest Snakes. Monday at 8/7 Central on NBC.
The XFL on NBC is brought to you by Smooth Bush Beer and easy drinking Bush Light. By Burger King. Got the urge? And by Pennzoil Synthetic. Don't hold back. And by the United States Army, an army of one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, soon you will be looking at South Central LA. They call it Watts, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the world. The neighborhood that LA tailback Rasheen Sheehy grew up in. And, of course, they call him the Truth.
The truth is, growing up in the streets of Watts, my dream was to one day play in the Coliseum. And here today, my dream will come true.
Oh, I'll tell you, you got to feel good for this young man, getting the opportunity, growing up right outside there. He is saying hi to Mom.
His mama is here.
And he's having a darn good game so far running the football.
Rasheen's mama has had the same job for 30 years at the 32nd Street School, just about 10 minutes from here. And Tommy Maddox, the quarterback. And Maddox gets to number 22, Rasheen Sheehy out of Washington. And tackle made by Quincy Coleman. I tell you what, the XFL is about dreams coming true, playing for passion.
You know, I like to call this the Rudy League.
Let's go age trip.
The Rudy League. Yeah, absolutely. Remember Rudy, the movie about the kid that wanted to play for Notre Dame? Well, Sheehy's about the same way, I think. You could compare both of them.
Go! Run! 48! 48!
Maddox calling the signals, quick pass, quick out pass, and incomplete.
Deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Rashawn Sheehy is very proud of the fact that his mother is here tonight. Have the opportunity to see him play here in the historic LA Coliseum. And there's his mom, Linda Sheehy. Again, she's been a secretary at the 32nd Street School for over 30 years. Oh, what a wonderful lady who got her son out of Watts. He moved to Bakersfield for his senior year of high school before winning a scholarship at the University of Washington.
48!
Forward motion legal here in the XFL, and Maddox's pass is complete.
Troy Saunders on the tackle on that play, but again, LA marching down the field. Maddox showing great poise and getting off to a good start tonight.
And we are at the end of the first quarter. Chicago came to play, and we have seen plenty of offense here tonight in the historic LA Coliseum. At the end of the quarter, Chicago leads LA 12-6.
They've been a team together for years. Lock the doors. NBC Monday.
Nice neighborhood.
Their worst fear will happen. I love you. One of their own will fall. Who will it be? Third Watch, The Shot. NBC Monday.
Versatile, innovative, rugged durability. Key advantages of the Bobcat Compact Track Loader. With triangular track routing that maximizes ground contact, this loader is made to float over soft, muddy ground or work with increased digging traction in rough terrain. Advantages like these make the Bobcat Compact Track Loader the perfect machine for a wide variety of applications. Experience the Bobcat advantage.
Rental sales and service from Bobcat of North Florida.
Are you ready? Nissan's President's Day event is going on now, so jump on it. Get 3.9 down the line. Combined 3.9 financing for up to 60 months with $2,900 in total savings on Altima GXE. And now get 3.9% financing on new 2001 Frontier King Cabs. Rush to your Big 8 Nissan dealer. Event ends President's Day. With 3.9 down the line, this place is jumping.
Hey, you only get one shot at Valentine's Day, so aim straight for Winn-Dixie. Pick up a dozen roses for just $21.99. Make dinner special with WD brand boneless ribeye steak, $4.99 a pound. Fresh boneless, skinless fryer breasts are $1.99 a pound. And all Valentine's cards are 40% off. So shoot over to Winn-Dixie for Valentine's Day.
You're watching NBC 12. This is your First Coast News now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk. Here's what we're working on for First Coast News tonight at 11. Is making a better Jacksonville plan bad for business? Why some business owners say they are feeling the pain of progress. Plus, at Discovery Cove in Orlando, you can swim with the dolphins. But this Valentine's Day, some couples will be taking the plunge. We'll explain. And we'll show you how the astronauts on Atlanta spent a Saturday night in space. Can't complain, you got nothing to do up there. And Betsy has your weekend forecast. See you tonight at 11 o'clock.
You're watching the XFL on NBC.
Over 30,000 fans, late arriving as they are, have gathered here in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. Over 30,000 fans. Over 30,000 fans have jammed the Coliseum here. A little late arriving there, Buddy.
Well, that's traditional of Los Angeles. You know, that's what's fashionable out here, is arriving late.
Quite the football game here in progress. The cheerleaders entertaining this huge crowd here in Los Angeles. And the hometown team, the LA Extreme, down by 6, but they have the football, 1st and 10 on the Chicago 22-yard line. Rashawn Sheehy.
The truth.
The truth, up right at the gut. And this young man has no fear, I can promise you. Don Sassa, the 330-pound nose tackle, making the stop. The big man out of Washington State.
On three.
Sheehy, 7 carries, 38 yards thus far.
14 Charlie. On 3, right? Undertaker.
And that's not bad production after 1 quarter of play.
Go! Let's go! Hold! 28! 48!
Man in motion and some movement in the interior. And there's more laundry on the field.
All right, that's easy.
Well, Tommy Maddox did a hard count right there. Let's see if he drew him off or was there motion on the offense.
On number 54 on the defense.
54. And it was on infraction. All right.
No, you out your mind.
So it looks like the defense.
Neutral's on infraction on the defense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and remain second down.
The defense did not rest on that play.
They sure didn't, and I'll tell you what's interesting, JR. LA's 1 for 1 tonight in the red zone, but last week they only scored 13 points in 6 trips into that red zone.
It's second down and 3. Ball is on the 16-yard line of Chicago for the LA Extreme.
28!
More forward motion. And Maddox, the quick dump off to Rashawn Sheehy, the truth. Incomplete, however.
And Jamie Baisley putting the pressure on Maddox on that play made him deliver the ball sooner than he wanted to out on a screen play into the flat.
Here's a little look at the little dump off by Maddox, who has some heat on him.
There you see Bailey flopping him to the turf. And the one thing great about the XFL, we make our quarterbacks play. There's no sliding here. They get hit like a fullback.
48! Peel it, Kev.
They're down for Los Angeles. More motion, top of your screen. Maddox looking to throw, and pass is incomplete, intended for Laterio Rochelle. Speedy wide receiver out of Fresno State. Maddox 10 of 13 thus far for 93 yards, and it will be a field goal attempt. And boy, these are adventures in themselves, Jesse. These kicks. Jose Cortez, a professional roofer, is kicking for Los Angeles.
Well, I was watching him in pregame warm-up, a 34-yard attempt here, and he was bombing them from 45 to 50, so he should. Oh, good.
Jose made the carrying shingles again. I think that ball may have been tipped. Chicago with a 12-6 lead. And folks, we'd like to introduce you to one of our LAX cheerleaders. Here's Chrissy.
For me, it isn't the size of the wave that matters. It's the motion of the ocean. As an avid surfer, I'm always looking for that perfect wave. And on Saturday nights, surf's always up with the XFL.
You know, JR, now you know why I was a United States Navy frogman. I love the water.
You're very aquatic.
Absolutely.
And we're back to live action. And Lester's pass intended for Junior Lord, incomplete. Brings up second down and 10. The ball's at the 22-yard line.
You know, Chicago, for coming into this game wanting to feature Avery running the ball, they're doing the opposite. They're going deep. And obviously they feel Avery's such a threat. LA's got to put 8 men up in the box. That gets you one-on-one coverage.
Back on the defense, number 75. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Whoa, roughing the passer.
And that was on Matt Keneally. Matt Keneally out of Southern Cal.
We let you hit quarterbacks here, but you can't hit them late. Not that late.
Check upright, check belly on one. Ready?
Tim Lester, the young kid from Western Michigan, was teaching high school math when he got the call to come play in the XFL.
Flag 335!
Lester to Avery. Avery is dangerous in space.
He's turning the corner.
Avery's got some room. Avery's like trying to pour smoke through a keyhole. John Avery, 22-yard gain. Avery already with a touchdown under his belt tonight.
Last week, I had 250 all-purpose yards. I was voted XFL Player of the Week. But it doesn't mean anything. We still lost. But today, we will beat LA.
Tim Lester giving the ball to John Avery, who you just heard from. Avery again turning the corner, and Avery out of bounds. Nice gain by John Avery. John Avery, certainly the XFL Player of the Week last week, 250 all-purpose yards, and he was everywhere, certainly wearing number 20.
I remember that.
I'm really impressed with his speed turning the corner. Lamont Evans on the tackle on the play, but not before Avery got around him, and good positive yardage on the play. kid's got speed.
It'll be second down and 4. LaShawn Johnson out. Stepping in for John Avery as the lone running back in the Chicago backfield. Ball on the 34-yard line of Los Angeles. Chicago moving the ball again. And Tim Lester looking for Johnson. And Johnson turning the corner up near the first down marker. LaShawn Johnson, the nation's leading rusher, his senior year at Northern Illinois.
Let's go. We got to get a little faster. We're going to check up there. We got to get faster.
A guy that beat cancer. He's going through chemotherapy, radiation, a lot of courage for LaShawn Johnson, who played high school ball in Haskell, Oklahoma. I had this kid on the field, Jesse, as an official way back in those years in Oklahoma.
Did you ever flag him for anything, JR?
I don't think so.
First down. Ready? 17.
Third down and 1. By Jay Armstrong, the big tight end. LaShawn Johnson, Charles Wiley in the backfield. And it's LaShawn Johnson for the 1st and 10. And LA had a hard time getting LaShawn Johnson down. I'll tell you what, we're talking about the heart of the players in this league, and Sean Avery going back in. It's hard to measure the heart and the will to compete that LaShawn Johnson has, a guy that missed a whole year of football fighting cancer.
Check belly on 1. Ready? Upright check belly.
John Avery back in.
Flag 335. Flag 335.
First down 10. Ball in the LA 27-yard line. Chicago leading 12-6, and there's a handoff to Avery. Avery looking for a crack. And great pursuit this time by the Los Angeles defense. Leomon Evans out of Clemson making the stop.
Yeah, we got a player down on the field. You know, Avery does have a lot of moves. He looks a lot like Barry Sanders back there, but just as Barry Sanders, you put those moves on. Sometimes you get caught, and sometimes you're tackled for a loss.
It is a Chicago player down. So they wounded Warrior on the turf here in Southern California. Chicago leads by 6.
Chico. I don't know who Chico is, but if that's who you're calling, you better use 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. You can save big bucks. 1-800-CALL-ATT.
Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
Briefcase.
Need new tires? Our 35,000-mile tires are 4 for just $99. Pep Boys, one more reason cars like us, people love us.
Men, they're always trying to impress me.
Hey, China!
They think big muscles are all I care about.
Hey, China!
The truth is, I like brains and brawn.
Hey, China!
That's why I love the man who takes Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. It's a safe, smart way to burn fat and get an extra boost of energy.
Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner.
With Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, you get to skate like Tony Hawk. You get a skate park editor, a dream team of skaters, and now you get a chance to chill with Tony. Hey.
Sweet!
Go to Activision.com or your local retailer to enter the Chill with a Pro sweepstakes, and you can win an all-expense-paid trip to chill with Tony Hawk, Matt Hoffman, Sean Palmer, or Kelly Slater. Enter today. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, rated T for teens.
The Orlando Rage was down 7-0 until this play.
Jeff Braun threw 4 touchdown passes last week against Chicago. Here's his first of the night tonight. Super Mario Bailey. That was good for 6 points. They made their first PAT of the year to the Orlando Rage. And then on the ensuing kickoff, this king.
Check this hit out. Bang! Ball is free. And Omar Brown runs it in for another touchdown for Orlando.
Oh, it can happen that fast.
Fireworks all over the XFL. The injured player was Chris Perez. And it's second down and 11. Perez out of the ball game. Chicago leading here 12-6.
No.
Tim Lester, the quarterback. John Avery, the outstanding running back, number 20.
Flag 385. Flag 385.
Lester looking to throw, going deep again, and I think the receiver wanted some interference there, intended for Brett Coleman.
Coleman looking back far too late for that ball. Lester had to unload it because he was unloaded on.
The heat was on Lester, the DB molester. Third down and 11. Lester's tough. I like
And that's not the way a quarterback likes to look at a completion, flat on his stomach on the turf.
Lester only 6 feet tall, 200 pounds in uniform, I would say. Third down and 11. Tim Lester with the heat. And down he goes. Good pressure this time by the LA defense. A loss of 7 yards.
Eric Herron on the blitz. Nailing Lester. Eric Herron erupt on the back of his jersey. And you know what? He's a Marine who served in Saudi Arabia. So we got them all out here.
Eric Herron played collegiately right here at USC. Was roommates with the Trojans with Keyshawn Johnson. And the first punt of the ball game, remember, it's got to travel 25 yards. No fair catches here in the XFL. Nothing comes easy.
And it's got to make it past the 10-yard line for it to be a free ball. We got a penalty. Well, that may have been taken on purpose. Maybe they wanted to move it back
Delay
5.
on the offense. 5-yard penalty and remains 4th down.
Andy Crossan, a big-legged kicker. He's 6'4", 225. Played for the Miami Hurricane. A teammate of The Rock who we'll talk to at halftime. Let's take a look at the Bush XFL rules regarding the punting game, Jess.
Okay, here we go. Punt recovery, no fair catches. The kicking team must give a receiver a 5-yard radius. The kicking team may recover the ball after it's traveled 25 yards. Free ball after 25 at the 15 now.
Crossan's kick. Nice leg. And field at the 1-yard line. Larry. Oh my, what a hit.
And don't you love it? No fair catches. That's what makes the action great here in the XFL.
What separates the receivers from this suicide-like maneuver here, I'll tell you. Listen to this contact.
Look at this. He's got to take it right there. No fair catches. Brings up wham. Well, JR, I know that wouldn't have hurt me. He landed on his head.
Well, we're going to see how if Rashawn Sheehy can get his team right back in this ball game. His mama is looking on. Miss Linda is here. And Sheehy going in motion. Maddox back to throw.
Great catch.
Maddox to Ryans. Ryans out of Clemson for a 16-yard gain. First and 10, Los Angeles. And I tell you what, Jess, you gotta like Tommy Maddox. As Ryans is getting up a little ding there. Maddox has had a very good first half thus far.
And what I liked about it was the gun shown by Maddox to drop into that end zone and fire the ball out of the end zone to Ryans. Ryans making a great catch, but he's going to limp off the field. He's hurt.
Stay right here. We're just going to settle down for a second. Let it settle down. Just relax.
Larry Vegas, right?
Yeah, what's up, Vegas? All right. Come on, walk me
pain
off.
going down your legs at all?
Yeah, a little bit down my left.
Down your left? Okay.
A little bit. Come on, walk me off.
Okay.
I can't be out here.
Okay, let's go. We're going to go.
Grab under my arm.
Walk it off slow. Just walk it off slow.
Smash mouth football, the order of the day here. Ryan's going to hit the back of the head. That may have caused a stinger, Jess.
Well, it ain't the stinger. It's down on his hip and his leg, I think. But I'll tell you, the courage here. I can't be out here. Get me off of this field.
Jamie Baisley, he's a headhunter from Indiana, one of the inside linebackers of Chicago. And McDonald, Darnell McDonald, keep your eye on him as this ball game progresses. He can get it done. Oxidine, the ball carrier, the Ox from Virginia Tech, right up the guts. And tackle made by Kerry Cooks. Well, folks, tomorrow night at 9, 8 Central here on NBC, catch the network television premiere of The Truman Show, starring Jim Carrey. That's The Truman Show, tomorrow night at 9, 8 Central, following the NBA All-Star Game.
Light. Yep.
Oxidine in for Rashawn Sheehy. Oxidine 28, the ball carrier. And Oxidine could not turn the corner. He's more of a north and south runner, Jess, in my view, than an east and west guy.
Well, you definitely see he doesn't have that outside breakaway speed to turn that corner, and running him wide, I question that play calling a little bit.
The A-Train from the University of Texas. Number 50, Aaron Humphrey, making the tackle on the play. A man is second on the Texas all-time list for tackles for loss. And
JR, what's the difference between the A-Train and the B-Train?
Well, the A-Train is much better.
Much better.
Much tougher. More forward motion by Los Angeles. Maddox has time, and pass complete to Darnell McDonald. And Chicago wants the fumble. I think McDonald was down. McDonald, a big, strong receiver who can go deep. Brings up a punting situation for Los Angeles. Ball must travel 25 yards to the 45-yard line, to be exact. Prefontaine, the third-team quarterback, doing the punting tonight for Los Angeles. Out of San Diego. It's blocked. The kick is blocked. Chicago. Touchdown. Touchdown, Chicago. A breakdown on special teams, and the Enforcers increase their lead to 18-6.
You know, I'll tell you something. For the LA Extreme to be the preseason favorites here, JR, to win the XFL championship, they're not looking that good.
Brian Rogers returned recovered the kick and made the touchdown on the block. The extra point play, the ball will be snapped for the 2-yard line. No extra point kicks in the XFL.
And we haven't had a good try yet so far. This is the 4th touchdown of the night. No extra points so far.
Lester with the option.
Fumble.
And LaShawn Johnston fumbles the play. The extra point, no good. Let's take another look at the block kick that came right up the gut, Jess. And Chicago, they have come to play here tonight.
Absolutely. They're after that bonus money. Right through the middle. Wham! There's the block right there. Clean as a whistle. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
It was Charles Wiley, the running back, that blocked the kick. Chicago came to play. They got a chip on their shoulder, and they're not done yet.
Boots, they're very important. I got to walk around all day in them. They better be comfortable and they better be right. These are my feet.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee.
Critics are calling Saving Silverman funnier than Something About Mary. Go see Saving Silverman.
Come on, come on.
Rated PG-13. Now play.
Come on, come on, come on.
Your car never nags. It never complains about how much time you spend with the guys. It thinks a little gas is a good thing. Here's to the perfect relationship.
Where did that come from? I got it from cellularone.com. Oops, forgot about that part.
Tom Green here at Muscle Beach with some big, tough weightlifters. We're going to show how Right Guard Extreme Sport works even under the most extreme conditions.
Back, stop!
Uh-oh. Run! Oh no, the kid is going to get you! He got ya! Look, extreme protection against odor and wetness. Goes on clear and it doesn't quit. Kitty.
Right Guard Extreme Sport. Get extreme. Get Right Guard.
Ouch.
world's greatest athletes in the NBA All-Star Game. Sunday at 6 Eastern on NBC.
Welcome back, everybody. The XFL on NBC is brought to you by Pet Boys. Cars like us, people love us. By Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. And by 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. Man, that is a party atmosphere down in the beach area. That hot tub looks pretty inviting. You know, if I run my Speedo, Jess, I might be right in there with them.
Oh, JR, I don't think we could show you in a Speedo on TV.
It's against California law. People having fun here at the LA Extreme home turf, the historic Coliseum here in Los Angeles. Materio Rochelle and Damon Dunn back to receive the kickoff for Los Angeles. Andy Crossland.
JR, I got an interesting quote for you. Darnell McDonald, extreme wide receiver quote. If we lose another game all season, I will be very surprised. Well, he's getting surprised right now.
Crossland's kick taken by Damon Dunn. And Dunn trying to get to the corner and doesn't make it to the 20-yard line. And folks, let's take you back down to Orlando for another update.
Orlando Rage on top by 13-7 score. They scored 2 unanswered touchdowns. Here's the third, the little guy, Brian Shea, the shortest man on the roster. Well, he may work for Keebler in the offseason, but he just scored his first professional touchdown here in the XFL. It's 19-7, Orlando.
Casey! Orlando favored by 4 in that ball game. Taking care of the undefeated San Francisco club, and Rashawn Shee back in the game for Los Angeles. But a stoppage in play.
Timeout, Chicago.
So Chicago calling a timeout, according to referee Randy Crystal out of the Big 12. Folks, we have had several big hits here already tonight. Let's listen to some of them. Well, they say it ain't ballet, and the XFL is smash mouth football. Tommy Maddox.
I don't know, that one hit looked like a pirouette, didn't it?
He got pirouette on his head. Ryan did, and Ron Meyer, who had the Pony Express at SMU. I would venture to say that Dickerson and James probably made more money at SMU than some of these guys are here tonight in the XFL. That's only my observation.
They did say that once, didn't they? That if you play at SMU, you take a pay cut when you go to the pros.
Al Ligonville's got to get his very talented team untracked. And Maddox, the quarterback. Ball on the 19-yard line. The fake to Sheehy. And Copeland wide open. Copeland with the catch and run. Copeland 22-yard gain. Again on the 1998 Tennessee National Championship team. Copeland was Peyton Manning's favorite receiver.
Well, that's 2 wide open.
What was that?
143. Eagle pig! Eagle pig, go! 48!
Copeland wanted to dance tonight. More motion by LA. And Maddox, pass incomplete to Rochelle.
Bad throw by Tommy Maddox right there. Threw behind his receiver. He's got to get it out front and lead the man to give him a chance to catch the football.
Maddox made, by his own admission, some bad decisions last week.
60 Georgia, remember the blitz now.
Let's go, trip. 60 Georgia, on 1, right?
Another XFL exclusive, the coach to quarterback communication.
Go!
Second down and 10, ball to 41-yard line.
48!
Maddox looking deep. And Maddox overthrowing his intended receiver. Again, Rochelle. Rochelle played collegiately at Fresno State.
Not a good choice by Tommy Maddox there. It's good he overthrew that when he threw into double coverage, the free safety coming over. Nobody open on that play.
Third down play.
Run 5.
Trips wide, Ray 5. On 1, Ray.
Maddox needs a play, and the play clock is rapidly expiring here.
48. Hurry. 48.
Maddox again looking to throw. And Rochelle and Maddox are not on the same page. They're not even reading the same book right now. Heat put on by Chorick. That Chorick is a stud.
And Los Angeles going to be forced to punt again.
Prefontaine, as we mentioned earlier, the 13 quarterback officially out of San Diego State, is also the punter for LA.
And let's remember what happened last time. They blocked it. Let's see if Chicago comes again. They look like they're coming after it, JR. No, they held off that time.
The left footer gets it off. Nice kick. No fair catches in the XFL. Roel Preston fielding the ball, turns to the 25-yard line and knocked out of bounds at around the 26-yard line. Eric Johnson from Idaho State making the tackle. 11-yard return.
Scott Milanovic, I know you are expecting, as is your wife. What are your thoughts right now?
Well, right now I'm not thinking about it a whole lot. We're trying to get this game figured out and trying to get some points on the board.
Anything you want to say to your wife at home watching?
Pardon me?
Anything you want to say to your wife at home, Jamie, watching right now?
Well, I think she knows she's always in my thoughts, but right now my mind is focused on football.
Lester, the pitch back to Avery. Avery fumbles. A fumble on the play.
Evans with the recovery for LA, and that's the break they're looking for here right at the end of the first half.
Leomont Evans with a recovery with 3:50 to go in the first half. And now let's see if LA can capitalize on this mistake.
There you see Lester pitching the ball to Avery. Avery not getting a handle on it. The ball's free. Evans right there on the spot recovers it for the LA Extreme. Let's see if Tommy Maddox can capitalize.
Ball up the 15-yard line. LA 1 for 2 in the red zone tonight. Oxenine, the running back.
3 wide outs to the right. He's got a man.
Touchdown! Touchdown! LA! Darnell McDonald from Kansas State. 15-yard touchdown reception. Oh, we must see more of a dance from Darnell.
You know, that's the way you want to do it too, JR. You get that turnover, go for blood. Go for the throat right on the first play. The Los Angeles crowd now coming up and exploding a little. 0 for 4 tonight on extra point tries. Let's see what happens here.
McDonald calls that dance the booty call.
The what?
I don't know. I've never experienced that.
48.
Extra point attempt. And right up the gut. The Ox, Ken Oxendine. 225-pounder. Converting the extra point. And LA cuts the Chicago lead to 5 as we take another look, Jesse, at this touchdown throw.
Tommy Maddox right after the fumble recovery by Evans, dropping back, firing over the middle, complete for the touchdown.
Booty call in slow-mo, Jesse. You and I should never try this at home.
The booty call.
That's it.
See, you got to put your hand on the other guy's helmet.
I think the booty.
It's those small things you got to pay attention to, JR.
Darnell, you got to use the booty. You got to use the booty, and you scored, but your ribs are sore. How are you?
Yeah, they're real sore right now. Been working on that dance for a while. Just having fun when you're in the end zone. It's a party.
It's a party. This live experience with the XFL is always a party. Man, we got a great crowd, over 30,000 here tonight, and here in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. A great night for football here on NBC.
As professional football, after a 6-year layoff, comes back to Los Angeles. Affordable football. You know, go out and look out there. You'll see families here tonight, JR, because they can afford to go to the XFL.
Absolutely. We've had rain here today. We've had power problems. The electricity went out on us early.
What do you expect? It's L.A.
Jose Cortez, the roofer by trade, kicking off and fielded by Roel Preston at the 12. Preston back near the 30-yard line, down at the 29 by Sean Stuckey. Sean Stuckey And folks, this week, Thursday night, is going to be even bigger with another supersized Friends and a night filled with superstars, including, Pamela Anderson, Ellen DeGeneres, and Susan Sarandon. Don't miss Superstar Thursday this week beginning at 8, 7 Central on NBC. Sean Stuckey made that tackle. You know, he's a former male dancer. We'll get into that a little bit later as we took the A-trains ahead of steaming.
He worked for the post office?
No, we'll get into that later. John Avery, nowhere to go for Avery. Avery, obviously a marked man. He knew it coming in here.
And the A-train.
Erupt.
Heading down the track.
Let's go. The former jarhead, I think you called him, right? The Marine with a tackle.
You called him that, JR. I love the Marines.
I do, too. They're my favorite branch of the service next to the Army. And
Flag 38.
second down at 10. Having fun in Los Angeles with the XFL.
Avery in motion.
Young Tim Lester looking for Avery. Avery's got some room here. Avery's got some room. Avery at the 40. Avery at the 50. John Avery at the 30-yard line. Makes another cut. Avery. Avery down to the 6-yard line. Rico Mack with a tackle, 66 big-time yards for John Avery. You think you got him stopped, and then he shoves it right down your guts.
I'll tell you what, he caught that ball almost at the line of scrimmage. Watch here. Lester out to Avery. Avery ducks one tackle, makes the move. Tremendous cutback runner. He's in the open, and that is danger. The XFL Player of the Week last week, breaking free, losing his balance all the way to the 6-yard line.
We are at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Man, what a football game we have here in Los Angeles. Chicago leading LA 18-13, with Chicago threatening once again.
I want to be a platoon leader in basic training. I'm going in as an E4, right above the private ranks. How far can I go? I dream one day of earning my sergeant, major, colonel wings. I want to step up, not to show that I'm better, but to show those above me that I'm determined to be where they are and to be beyond where they are.
Watch Basic Welcome Ben.
It's all business to me.
Log on, only at GoArmy.com.
1-800-COLLECT presents Ava Savala and Jeremy McGrath.
Hey, champ. Need to make a call?
Yeah, and I don't have any change. No pockets.
Ever hear of 1-800-COLLECT?
Are you kidding me?
So you know it saves at least $1 or $2.
And it's easy to remember.
So for your collect call...
I'm dialing 1-800-COLLECT.
Smart boy.
Hey, you been riding long?
It's my first time.
1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2.
Walking around on your feet, you're on those 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life you're standing on your feet here at work. You need to be comfortable.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee.
Briefcase.
Need new tires? Our 35,000-mile tires are 4 for just 99 bucks. Pep Boys, one more reason cars like us, people love us.
Penn and Teller here with the world's one and only pizza you eat backwards. The amazing stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. And I promise Teller a slice if he can successfully demonstrate the only correct way to eat it, which is backwards. Backwards is the fastest way to get to the 360 degrees of mouth mesmerizing cheese right inside the crust. And for a price that, unlike Teller, looks as good backwards as forwards, just $9.99. Turn around, you're creeping me out. Ugh, that's worse.
Stuffed crust pizza. Eat it backwards. NBC Sunday.
Good morning.
From the time he was born, his life was a TV show.
This is not my beautiful house.
And he never knew it till now.
This is not my beautiful wife. Tell me what's happening. You're on television. You're lying to the whole world.
Jim Carrey.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
The network premiere of The Truman Show, NBC Sunday.
2 minutes ago in the first half, Chicago leading 18-13, but threatening again. And coming up at halftime, it's XFL All Access. Brought to you by Burger King. We're going to take you into both locker rooms for an unprecedented look inside as the players and coaches break down the first half. You don't want to miss Burger King's XFL All Access coming up at halftime.
Well, I got to tell you something, JR. You know, we've been jumping all over L.A. for the loss of power, and I found out that one of our generators ran out of gas. You know what that tells me?
What's that mean?
Vince McMahon probably didn't fill up the tank on his car, so he's out there siphoning gas.
That could be. First and 5. First and goal on the 5. LaShawn Johnson, the big man. The flag down on the play. LaShawn Johnson from Northern Illinois.
Ball start on 36. Prior to the snap, is 36 is tight end.
So
prior to the snap, false start on the offense, number 36. 5-yard penalty, and it remains first down.
2 minutes.
So it's
that's a nice break for LA out there now. Let's see if they can keep Chicago out of the end zone here at the end of the first half.
High-scoring ball game. The over-under in this game in Vegas is 47. Already 31 points thus far. So if you took the over, I got a feeling you might be okay.
I was wondering why you're so happy with all this score, JR.
Leicester giving the ball to Avery. He's trouble trying to get outside. And great pursuit by LA, not allowing Avery to turn the corner. Big Daddy Jerry Kraft, 6'6", 375, trying to lead the way for John Avery, who's 5'9" and maybe 190. Ty Armstrong, number 86, the big tight end for Chicago, just loves that smash mouth football. And we've got second down. Second and goal from the 7-yard line for Chicago. They lead by 5. First half winding down here in LA. And Leicester's pass complete to Roel Preston. Preston down about the 1-yard line. It's going to be a third down, Jess.
This is going to be huge, JR, because if LA can hold them here to a field goal, they're still well within the ball game before the half. If they let them get 6 here, a lot of trouble for the second half.
Let's go.
LaShawn Johnson, our power formation here, the I formation. Wiley and Johnson, the running backs. And there's LaShawn Johnson, turns upfield, touchdown, Chicago.
And he made that look easy. Johnson just going wide, cutting it in. Nobody hardly laid a hand on him. And Chicago adds to their lead, 24-13 with 1:13 to go.
LaShawn Johnson, a former Haskell, Oklahoma haymaker. Northern Illinois running back. Finished 6th in the Heisman Trophy battling his senior year. Just got in the end zone, but bigger than that, he beat cancer. And he's here playing now in the XFL. The extra point, no kicks in the XFL. It'll be run or thrown, ball spotted at the 2-yard line. Johnson again, running north and south, and he's in there. A delayed call from the linesman. And we may run out of footballs if LaShawn Johnson keeps scoring. Chicago leads 25-13. Take another look at the touchdown, Jess.
There you go. Leicester brings him out of the huddle. There's the snap. Simple handoff to Johnson. Simple cut into the end zone. Good blocking up front. 6 points for Chicago.
An interactive live experience here at the XFL. Ty Armstrong signaling the
Get your hands up.
The touchdown.
Come on.
Well, JR, you know, LA is supposed to have a real high-powered offense with 1:13 to go. Let's find out.
It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Luganville of the Extreme does at halftime. And we'll be taking you right inside the locker rooms at halftime to hear from Coach Luganville and Coach Meyer of Chicago. Plus, we're going to be talking to the Rock at halftime as well. Certainly one of the, as I mentioned, we will be talking to the Rock at halftime.
And, you know, The Rock with a great college career at the University of Miami. Excellent football player.
Played on the national championship team there, number 94 for the Miami Hurricane, for Coach Dennis Erickson. And the kickoff by Crossland. Damon Dunn. Return the ball. Damon Dunn got some room. They always stumbled. Let's take a look now. LA coming out on offense at the Bush rules test.
Here you go. In the XFL forward motion, one offensive player may be in forward motion before the snap. Players may not use forward motion until they are outside the widest down lineman. They've got to be outside that front five.
LA uses this a great deal in their offensive scheme. 1:06 to go in the first half. Tommy Maddox back to throw. Has some time. And the ball, we got a completed pass there.
But he didn't stop the clock. He stayed in bounds. No, now they're waving it off.
Now they're waving it off. The umpire comes over, who perhaps had a better look, and waves it off. Laterio Rochelle from Fresno State, the intended receiver. It's going to bring up second down and 10. Football on the 44-yard line.
That's unbelievable. Here we go. Let's go deuce. Deuce. 12. First down. Ready? 12.
Well, we know it's going to the first down. And we're probably going to see a pass. Maddox back to throw. Got some pressure. And the screen intended for Rashawn Sheehy in his homecoming game. And Maddox.
Hey, stick up for yourself over there. You saw it. Stick up for yourself.
3rd and 10. Deuce, Ray, they're probably coming now. Deuce.
Deuce, Ray, first down, Ray.
Right inside the huddle, and of course, Maddox some moments ago speaking somewhat gingerly with one of the officials.
Slant.
Maddox with a completion. Laterio Rochelle has been very involved in the LA game plan tonight. 19-yard gain, and LA moving the ball with 43 seconds to go in the first half.
And that was a critical third down play right there to keep the drive alive. They're going without a huddle now. Maddox up to the line of scrimmage.
43 ticks left in the first half. Maddox again looking to throw. With a reception, and Copeland takes the ball down to around the 23-yard line, gain of 16 yards.
Excellent play call right there with Copeland's speed. He goes down about 8 yards, catches the ball, and then runs it an additional 8 to 10 yards.
Sunday.
They got 2 timeouts. Why are they letting it run down like this? Clock management, come on.
Maddox has a man, and Copeland got turned around there. Copeland looked like he had a step on his man, but...
You know, JR, why don't coaches use all their timeouts? I mean, you're down to 22 seconds here to go in the half. They got 2 timeouts left. Yes, the clock stops on the incompletion, but they could have saved a lot of time by using one of those timeouts.
Well, LA has 2 timeouts remaining, as you pointed out. One of the great mysteries of the XFL, the timeout situation here tonight. Maddox, quick out to Cooper. Cooper trying to find somewhere to go. And the former Tennessee wideout.
And there they finally use one.
With 13 seconds to go. LA with 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah.
We're going to go Texas.
Listen in here.
Texas 15 Charlie.
Okay.
And try to get this field. We'll just line. No, it won't be Texas. It'll be trips. Trips. 15 Charlie, and try to get to the trips guy, to the H out here, okay?
Okay.
Hey, we just get a crack. If we can get cracks here, we're going to score. We're going to trips 15 Charlie.
Trips 15 Charlie, just static. Just static trips 15 Charlie.
Another XFL exclusive. Coach is talking to Tommy Maddox. We're going to see trips. They're looking for a seam. But more importantly, Jesse the Body Ventura, they're looking for 6 points.
That's right. They don't have time to mess around. They got to go to the end zone with every play right now with 13 seconds to go. Third down, you got 2 plays to go to the end zone.
48! 48!
And ball dropped in the flat. Maddox looking for Damon Dunn. And the pass was dropped. Maddox 17 of 27 tonight. 193 yards. A hell of a first half for Tommy Maddox.
Now here's a dilemma. 9 seconds to go. You got 4th down. So it's your last play. They're going to kick a field goal. They're going for the field goal. They figure, let's get 3.
Perez and a kick. He's got the leg to do it here. He got 34-yard field goal if successful.
He did last time.
This kick is up. And it is no good. And Perez may be back on the top of the house roofing.
He can't make it. Let's don't kick it.
Tommy Maddox is irate on the sidelines. They took the ball out of his hands, went for the field goal. They failed twice. Look at the look on his face.
Maddox has had a hot hand, too, as we said. 17 of 28 for 193 yards here in the first half. And Maddox thinking about that $2,500 in her paycheck.
Yeah, maybe he already wrote a check. He has to cover it.
Yeah. Hey,
Chicago.
One guy there.
12 with.
This is going to be fun in the locker room, JR.
It's going to be an interesting locker room. We'll take you there. And Tim Lester takes the knee in Chicago. Lost by 4 last weekend, but they came to play.
Had some trouble moving the ball this afternoon, and then you were very upset on that attempted field goal.
How do you say we've had trouble moving the ball? We've been down there all day. We just went down in a minute down to here.
But you stopped in the red zone.
The ball.
Stopped in the red zone.
We got 13 points and we missed 2 field goals. We're doing all right. Trust me. LaShawn Johnson, 2 touchdowns tonight. 2 years ago, when you were diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, did you think this night would ever come and you went through all the radiation and the chemotherapy and everything? You know, I had God on my side and I knew I was going to be all right. And I'm here today, you know, having fun. And the family's watching back in Oklahoma, huh? Oh, yes, they're doing great. Thanks.
Well, it is quite the football game. An emotional first half. It should be an hellacious halftime. We'll be right back on the XFL.
This week, Jennifer Aniston, Ricky Martin, and Christina Aguilera all on Tuesday. Plus Keanu Reeves, Charlize Theron, and Hollywood Survivor. Extreme comedy on The Tonight Show this week.
Jeff Lagerman used to grab quarterbacks. Now he's grabbing cash.
Nimnick Chevrolet is celebrating its 60th birthday. Buy any car or truck and you'll get 60 seconds to grab all the cash you can. And these big paws are grabbing a bunch.
Celebrate with rebates as high as $3,000 and interest rates as low as 1.9%.
Come celebrate Nimnick's 60th anniversary. Grab for cash.
You always do better at Nimnick Chevrolet. Better selection, better service, better price. 1550 Cassett Avenue.
If it were not for science and technology, I could not offer improved vision for my patients.
Math, science, or technology is used in every profession.
Don't let you or your kids be afraid of math, science, or technology. For a better job and a better future, see the light and embrace science, math, and technology.
Contact the Duval County Schools Urban Systemic Initiative at 390-2033 if your child needs help with math or science or for enrichment programs.
Surprise her this Valentine's Day. All diamonds are up to 50% off at Service Merchandise.
For your jewelry, for your place.
Perfect for your one and only. A 1-carat diamond bracelet, only $199.90. This diamond heart, just $59.90. Our best Valentine's value ever. Gifts of love from the largest diamond selection at America's leading jeweler. More choices, better prices, guaranteed.
At your service, Service Merchandise.
You're watching NBC 12. This is your First Coast News now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk. Here's what we're working on for First Coast News at 11. Is making a better Jacksonville bad for some businesses? Why some business owners say they are feeling the pain of progress. Plus, they promise food in a hurry, but do they deliver on that promise? On your sides, Catamero put some fast food chains to the test. And a glimpse of things to come, or at least what the designers think 21st century dream cars should be like. We'll show you some hot car concepts. That's tonight at 11 o'clock.
Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, Latrell Sprewell, Kobe Bryant, and more. NBA All-Star 2001, Sunday, 6 Eastern, NBC.
Experience the phenomenon that is revolutionizing football. The XFL, NBC next Saturday.
Burger King, home of the Whopper, presents XFL All Access. And man, what a spirited close to our first half. Jesse the Body Ventura. The field goal was missed by Perez, and that set off Tommy Maddox big time.
That's right, he hooked it to the left. That's his second miss in the first half, and Tommy Maddox not happy.
He can't make it. Let's don't kick it.
Maddox talking to Coach Al Luganville, the head coach of L.A. And there you see inside the locker rooms, we're going to go, even though it says positively no admittance, we're taking our cameras in there for all access. And we'll be hearing from the coaches as they address their teams a little bit later here in the halftime.
JR, that's no admittance for anyone but us.
Exactly.
We go in.
Chicago leading 25-13. And we are very happy here as we take a look at L.A. And again, we'll be hearing from the coaches a little bit later here in the halftime. Another XFL exclusive. Be interesting to see what Luganville and Myers have to say to their respective teams. For Chicago, the visitors got the little locker room. Tim Lester talking to his receivers.
Well, for a team that focused so hard on the run, they're throwing the ball excellent tonight.
Well, folks, let's take it back to the first half. The sights and sounds of the XFL, it got raw.
Hey, they're tripping. Hey, they're tripping me. Tripping, they're sticking their leg out and tripping.
Play retard! Retard!
Okay. I got you.
Hey, stick up for yourself over there. You saw it. Stick up for yourself.
And we are with The Rock here, ladies and gentlemen. The people's champion, nowhere else but the XFL will you find The Rock.
Well, JR, it's just great to be here. It's great to support. Fans are electrified here, no question. Here in LA Coliseum, it's great to be here. It's great to support the XFL. It's one hell of a night.
There was some trash talking on that field tonight. We're going to hear a lot more of it. You never did that down in Miami much, did you?
Well, you know, The Rock was king of the trash talk down in Miami. He would make no doubt about telling The Rock will lay the smack down on your candy asses.
Well, I'll tell you, what do you think about the XFL, the style of football? If you were still playing football, this would be a hell of a lot of fun for you.
Well, you know what? The great thing about it is these guys are out here and they're putting their bodies on the line, smash mouth football. They're telling all the other players, look, just bring it. And they're out here and they're doing their thing. Hold on, JR. They're chanting The Rock's name. Like I was saying, you know, these guys are essentially playing for peanuts, putting their body on the line, so much respect goes out to these players.
Rock, what I love about the XFL is we don't favor quarterbacks. Quarterbacks get hit in this league. There's no sliding. They get hit out there.
Yeah, the quarterbacks put it on the line just as much as every other player. No sliding in here, and the quarterbacks are telling all the other defensive players, hey, you just bring it too.
Absolutely. I love it. That's the part of the game I love. No pansy quarterbacks here. They get popped.
No candy-ass jabronis in the XFL.
I'll tell you what, somebody here, you think these fans may run out of gas here tonight?
Well, you know, let's clear it up right now. I heard earlier Jesse had said that we ran out of gas because Vince McMahon was out of gas. Well, The Rock can honestly say that Vince McMahon will never be out of gas. And it's not the good gas, it's that bad gas. Everybody wants to smell what The Rock is cooking. You damn sure don't want to smell what Vince McMahon is cooking.
I could agree. I'm glad you said that and not us. I can tell you that.
What do you mean? I say it too.
Yeah, well, you're not working for
You're the only guy, JR, that kisses up to McMahon.
Well, see, these fans here in L.A., I don't think agree with that, but in any event, what do you look for in the second half? You got any insight on the second half, Rock, from a football man?
Well, I can pretty much guarantee that the LA Extreme are going to have to focus. They're going to have to start gelling. They're going to have to go out there and doing exactly what they know how to do, which is put points on the board. So hopefully they're going to do that. Chicago's going to come out and try and maintain the lead like they have, playing great football.
And I think they shouldn't try any more field goals.
Rock, thank you very much for being with us, folks. We're going to take you now into the locker room. Let's hear more of what's going on in the locker room with both these football teams. And this game's still very much on the line.
All right, big crowd here in Los Angeles.
And quit playing not our style of football. Come on, man.
Let's go right here. Right here, baby, right here. Let's go right here. All right, just shut up a minute. Everybody believe. Everybody believe in each other. If we believe, we're going to go out there and we're going to win. Win on three. 1, 2, 3, win.
Well, you got to believe, and that's the truth, as said by Rashawn Sheehy. L.A. down by 12 here at halftime, the L.A. Coliseum. Look at the size of Big Daddy there. Jerry Crash, number 69, 6'5", at least 375. And very raucous crowd here tonight. This has been XFL All Access, presented by Burger King, the home of the Whopper.
Last week, a raucous Birmingham crowd cheered an explosive Thunderbolt attack.
Danger!
This week, the Bolts strike down in the Meadowlands against an angry New York Hitman squad.
Let's do it! Let's do it!
The heat is on head coach Rusty Tillman, a man not enamored with the all-access policy of the XFL.
Get away! Gotta see here!
In the Vegas desert, He Hate Me became a wanted outlaw.
They hate me, baby. They hate me.
But for Memphis, there was no hating Rashad Salam, who strutted his Heisman stuff big time.
Touchdown!
The Thunderbolts battle the Hitmen tomorrow at 4 Eastern on TNN. The Outlaws wage war with the Maniacs tomorrow at 7 Eastern on UPN. The XFL Sunday.
You got luck. Okay. Everybody's got to run to the ball. Don't try to be a hero.
Hey, they're tripping, man.
Return! Damn it! Return!
Okay. I got you.
Hey, stick up for yourself over there! You saw it! Stick up for yourself!
What the XFL is cooking.
Chicago to kick off to Los Angeles. Chicago leading 25-13 as we begin the third quarter here. And Tommy Maddox certainly left the field a POQB.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Andy Crossan will kick off for Los Angeles, for Chicago, I should say.
You know, JR, the cost of living out here in LA is pretty high, and if they get beat tonight, that's no bonus payments for 2 weeks in a row.
And that's not going to put anybody in LA in a good mood, I'll tell you. Crossan to kick off.
The only thing that isn't high on the cost of living are XFL tickets. You can bring your whole family and still have money left over.
There's the kick. And Damon Dunn the 30-yard line to around the 32-yard line. Now let's take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. And passing game very, very involved for both teams offensively.
Absolutely. Rushing the ball only 62 and 47. Look at the control. 19, 15 to 10, 10, but they're throwing it tonight.
LA control the ball almost 2-1, but they're down by 12.
Go! That's because of big plays.
Absolutely.
Chicago.
Time!
And timeout called. And Chicago either didn't have, I don't think they had enough players on the field.
High down.
I think that's the middle linebacker.
You know, JR was complaining about using the clock in your timeouts, but you don't want to use them on the first play of the second half.
I think you're absolutely right there. And how do you run a 3-4 defense? How do you miss a defensive end? There's only 3 down linemen. Folks, let's take him back down to Orlando for another report.
Oh, we got it.
Little audio problem there in Orlando. We'll get back to the King and Matt Muskerson a little bit later.
You know, it kind of reminded me of those old films, a silent movie.
The King is never silent. 14:55. We're just getting underway here in the third quarter. We just joined us.
48!
And the handoff to Rashawn Sheehy. Number 22, Rashawn Sheehy. They call him the truth. Here's a kid that grew up in Watts here in South Central LA. Wanted to join the gang as a youngster, but the gang members refused to let him in because they said, Rashawn, you got athletic ability. You can get out. You can make something of yourself. And that's exactly what Rashawn Sheehy has done with the help of his mama, Linda.
Go!
Well, he's going to need some help from his lineman after that last run.
48!
Maddox back to throw. Pass is complete. Pass complete to his big H-back, Leatherwood. Leatherwood hailing from Clyde, North Carolina. Played at Appalachian State to the big H-back.
44.
Orlando leading at halftime. 2 unbeaten teams. In Orlando up by 12, 19-7. Orlando favored by 4 in that ball game, according to the experts.
Los Angeles favored by 6 here.
Oxidine the carry, the Ox from Virginia Tech, 230 pounds. Right behind that huge offensive line that averages 320 pounds per man. Those some boys that like some groceries, but they're not going to get any extra money for those groceries. But they don't get in the end zone a couple of times here.
Well, you can see Maddox is coming out this half. They're trying to control the football, run it a little bit.
Ron Mark warning his team of a hard count. Looks like LA thinking about going for it, and now LA's calling a timeout. Maddox calling a timeout. So LA's going to think about it as they are down by 12.
Special report. What looked like a routine police investigation has turned into a dramatic escape right here at Bassett Creek as police lost suspect Lady Dagger into the The search for the bombshell bandit continues tonight throughout the Bassett Creek area.
She's a real beauty, and she never bugs you about spending so much time with the guys. She never complains about you watching football. She thinks a little gas is a good thing. Maybe she isn't a she after all. Here's to the perfect relationship. Here's how to keep it that way.
From the director of The Nightmare Before Christmas, Stu Miley was dropped into a whole new world.
Hello?
Am I dead?
Hiya, boss. Now he has 24 hours to find a way out, or he'll lose everything.
The woman I love is living with a little monkey that looks like me.
Ow!
What a lucky girl.
Brendan Fraser, Bridget Fonda, Chris Kattan. Monkey Bone.
Be right back after I choke my monkey!
Rated PG-13. February 23rd, only in theaters.
Yo, it's the IXL that keeps the shut down. IXL. They got you loving the sound. The IXL. That mean you ride to a home with an IXL. To walk the asphalt with your IXL. To pull in the pain with your IXL. To make a narrow escape. IXL. Truly electrified. The IXL. Your eyes on the prize. Make sure you don't fall. Your IXL. When you're having a ball. With your IXL. Keep it moving in the clubs. The daylight loves.
Welcome back, everybody. The XFL on NBC is brought to you by co-builder Miller Genuine Draft. Never miss a genuine opportunity. By the motor oil that provides maximum protection. Castro GTX. Drive hard. By Monkey Bone, starring Brendan Fraser and Bridget Fonda. February 23rd, only in theaters. And by Loves, the boots and shoes with an attitude since you never know what you might run into. Loves, boots, and shoes. Fourth down and one, Jesse the Body Ventura from LA's own 41-yard line.
And they're going for it, JR. I love it.
No.
Play it. Right here early in the third quarter.
48.
We eavesdropped early. Could look for the quarterback sneak here unless they change their mind. Hard count. Maddox with the quarterback sneak. Trying to get a push.
This is going to be close.
That huge offensive line of LA, quite frankly, didn't get much of a push on these smaller overachievers of Chicago.
It depends on the spot. You got some guys signaling one way. Chicago signaling their ball. LA signaling theirs.
Referee,
and here we go.
Referee's going to measure.
Hold the ball.
Well, this is a big measurement here. LA feeling a sense of urgency, down 12 here early in the third quarter. Going for it in their own end of the field on the 41.
Oh, he's short.
Oh, man.
Short.
Yeah, that was a turnaround right there.
Al Luganville taking a big chance right there. Look, he don't look pleased at all.
And you got to wonder how much vinegar that's going to take you out of Los Angeles.
We ought to go down there and ask him why he would make that call this early in the third quarter and give Chicago this type of field position. Be interested to hear what he has to say.
Chicago ball, Tim Lester, the young man from Western Michigan, the math teacher, with John Avery, the lone setback, 8 yards deep in the backfield. Play action pass. Lester looking to throw. And the pass is complete to Junior Lord out of tiny Guilford College. 14-yard gain, Jesse. And Chicago having success throwing on first down.
Well, LA man made a huge mistake going for that, JR. Fourth down and one, and now they've given Chicago the chance here, a golden opportunity to widen the lead.
Chicago with a short field. Can they take advantage of it here? John Avery on the carry. Well, folks, coming up tonight on NBC, you don't want to miss a minute of tonight's all-new episode of Saturday Night Live. Just hoping for one of your favorites, the one and only Jennifer Lopez.
You know what's interesting, too, JR? Last week, LA lost because a school teacher kicked a field goal. Now they're losing because another school teacher's playing quarterback beating them.
Yeah, and they got to get that roofer back on the roof and get him maybe another field goal kicker.
You know what tells me? Draft those teachers.
Education is good, no doubt about it.
Knowledge is good. Evil Favor said that.
Left back to throw. Oh! Pass intended for Junior Lord, broken up by Del McGee.
Al, on 4th and 1, you went for it. Why did you make that decision?
Because I felt we needed a push there. We didn't get it. It's a bad decision. Hell, if we make it, it's a great decision.
Attaboy, Al.
Right?
Damn right.
You know,
they call him give him hell out at San Diego State.
Only in the XFL will you get that type of coverage. This is the only place that'll happen. That's great. I love it.
Hey, don't cross that.
3rd and 7. And Lester calling a timeout. is a spirited night here in L.A., to say the very least. Folks, let's take you back down to Orlando for our breaking report on the Orlando-San Francisco game.
What's he got? What's he got?
Minutes before halftime, the San Francisco Demons trying to whittle away a 19-7 deficit. It looked like they'd done it with an apparent touchdown pass to Calvin Schexnayder, but the officials said no.
I can't believe this call, and neither could Demon coach Jim Skipper. He said this is a blown call. I got to agree. Look at this. Is a touchdown right here. But they ruled it an interception. It's 19-7 Orlando.
Well, that no doubt was a bad call down in Orlando.
Well, the referee, now, JR, you refed for 18 years. You call that a bad call?
Yeah, a bad call. Okay. Touchdown. Ball broke the plane. The receiver possessed the ball. Should have been a touchdown. Lester, the little general, taking over in the huddle. Just like he talks to his math students in the offseason. Third down play for Chicago. Look out. Another pressure. Ooh, my. And death blow. Jamal Duff, number 96, putting the heat on Tim Lester. Take a look at death blow here. Lester's second sack.
They call me Death Blow because I'm known for putting quarterbacks on their back and breaking necks. And tonight you're going to feel the power of the Death Blow.
And Chicago kicking the ball. No fair catches from Riverhead XFL. The ball is fielded by Damon Dunn at the 2-yard line. He's run out of bounds inside the 10 at about the 9.
Let's make sure you wrap him up because he'll try to get on there.
Folks, Monday. Little raw out here tonight, Jesse the Body Ventura, no doubt about that.
That's as raw as it gets, and we bring it to you here in the XFL, the only place you see
big.
Lots going wrong tonight, but by gosh, a lot's going right as well. Tommy Maddox, ball on his own 8-yard line. Maddox looking to throw. Pass, ball is dropped. Ball right in the hands of Frank Leatherwood, and he may be headed back to build more houses. He's a carpenter from Clyde, North Carolina.
Well, Tommy Maddox hit him in the worst place you could, the chest.
Trips, 60 Georgia.
Let's go Trips, 60 Georgia. First down, right?
3 receiver package for Los Angeles. You heard the play called.
I got that.
Trips
I got
left
deuce.
on this play.
Go.
Maddox with time. Get the ball off. And a nice defensive play by number 45, Dorian Brew.
What's up? We don't have that today. We had none of that today. No. Y'all like that, didn't you?
No doubt about it. Dorian Brew out of Kansas.
Go. Good timing here by Brew. Comes in, breaks up the pass intended for Copeland. Good defensive play.
Third down play for Los Angeles.
Go!
Ball on their 8-yard line.
48!
Again, Maddox down at the 1-yard line.
Maddox is hurt.
Maddox got nailed in it.
Oh, he's getting up, though. Tough guy.
Maddox got nailed in A-Train. Aaron Humphrey from Texas. Second Maddox at the 1-yard line. And the officials are calling for a timeout.
There's Milanovic waiting. He could get the call right now if Tommy Maddox can't play. But what's worse facing the Los Angeles Extreme right now is they have to punt, and they've only got about 10.5 yards to drop that punter back.
Milanovic waiting to play.
Freaking specials there, Lord.
Oh, you were going to Cope?
Yeah.
Maddox says he's okay, limping a little bit. Look at that John Wayne swagger tonight, the Texan. LD Bell High School in Hurst, Texas, the #1 high school quarterback in America before he signed with UCLA. Had more yards as a sophomore than any quarterback in Pac-10 history. the block, Jess.
Not only that, but what has caused all this? That going for it on 4th and 1. They lost the field position. Now they're in trouble. Luganville's paying the price.
Not a lot of room for Prefontaine to kick the ball, but he gets it off deep in his own end zone. Nice high kick, Roel Preston. He's returning the ball to his 48-yard line. Preston's got some room. Preston's going to make something happen here. Preston at the 25 and knocked out of bounds. Eric Johnson knocking Roel Preston out of bounds. 52-yard kick, but a 27-yard return.
Hey, baby. That's right, baby.
Here's a return on our Skycam.
There you see Preston going right, breaks it back to the left, picks up a block or two, no flags on the play. Excellent return off a great punt. Ball knocked out of his hands, but going out of bounds, so it's meaningless.
Here in the XFL, you can take that ride with the return man with the X-Can. Tim Lester hands the ball off.
Avery got nothing on that play.
Curtis Easton, the tackler. Easton out of Tennessee State.
Well, the LA defense is at least responding this half. They've been pushed up against the wall twice right now. They haven't yielded any points.
John Avery.
Screen right. On one, ready?
Little screen pass coming up here. Avery, 59 yards, 9 carries, and a touchdown tonight.
Flag 339. Flag 339.
One more exchange, and LA's got the ball.
Flag. There's some flag, too.
Hold him. Contact on the defense.
Oh, they're going to take it away, I bet.
Contact on the defense. This is not going to be a popular call here.
Okay. Is that going to be enough for a first or not? Is that going to be enough for a first? Okay. Contact by the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
LA in the encroachment, and they encroach there in the neutral zone, and the fans not happy whatsoever because their team, LA, had recovered the fumble.
I'll tell you, that's XFL audio at its best, JR.
Ready?
All right. Tim Lester gets a reprieve. Second down.
Flag 334.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
334.
Down.
Avery the carry. Avery, a nice run between the tackles. Eric Johnson again, the
baby.
Idaho State alumni.
Baby. Damn.
Avery coming out to get a break. 10 carries, 65 yards. Not a bad average. I'll take that.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, I just ran by 6-2.
John Johnson and Charles Wiley in the backfield. Johnson gets a carry. And a nice play there. Tackle made by one long from Mississippi State. And another adventure. An adventure in kicking. Jose.
Bishop out. Easy.
Man down on the field. That's Octavius Bishop, 330-pounder out of Texas. Octavius in a degree of discomfort. Well, while these folks attend to Octavius Bishop, we're going to take a timeout with Chicago leading by 12 in the Coliseum.
Don't show that, man.
The NBA All-Star Game, Sunday at 6 Eastern on NBC.
Tom Green here at Muscle Beach with some big, tough weightlifters. We're going to show how Light Guard Extreme Sport works even under the most extreme conditions.
Back, stop!
Run, no, the kid, he's gonna get you. He got ya, he got ya. Look, extreme protection against odor and wetness. Goes on clear and it doesn't quit. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Right Guard Extreme Sport. Get extreme. Get Right Guard.
Ouch.
You are a lioness. Very sexy, very sensual. Make love to the camera. Yes!
Want a better way to save money?
New camera, please.
You can save big bucks by dialing 1-800-CALLATT for collect calls.
Briefcase.
Need new tires? Our 35,000-mile tires are 4 for just 99 bucks. Pep Boys, one more reason cars like us, people love us.
You want to play real football? My kind of football? Raw survival in the mud and snow. No domes, no fair catches, no phony grass. It's harsh, it's bruising, so it's beautiful. Think you're tough enough to play my kind of football? Then come and get it.
Introducing the official game ball of the XFL from Spalding. The toughest football ever.
Come on, Johnny. Oh, Johnny's mom is calling him.
Hi, I'm Conan O'Brien. I watched the XFL last week, and I was stunned and disappointed. Instead of football, I saw nothing but shot after shot of sexy cheerleaders. It sickened me and destroyed my faith in broadcasting. How was that?
Great, we got it.
Would you smack my bottom?
No.
We are back live here in the Coliseum. Octavius Bishop still down, and we'll hope to get a report on his injury status, Jesse the Body Ventura, as soon as we can.
Well, what was interesting about it was Rico Mack of Los Angeles on the defensive team stepped up to the cameraman and said, don't show it, don't show it. So it's the respect football players have for each other when there's an injury like this. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt like that.
And certainly we're respecting the football players' wishes by not showing it as well. And certainly a much anticipated day for LA tailback Rashawn Sheehy. And as he is, there you see Rashawn. What a heck of a guy he is. And Rashawn certainly could contribute his mother to a great deal of his success.
There were many sacrifices made by a lot of people for me to get to where I am today. But none more than my mother, someone who works right across the street from here, 32nd Street School. So today, Mom, this game's for you.
Linda Sheehy, how does it feel to watch your son fulfill his dream today?
I'm very happy for Rashawn, for accomplishing his dreams. I love Rashawn. I'm very proud of Rashawn.
Thank you. And how do you feel, Keisha, for your brother?
I'm just happy that he was able to overcome all the obstacles this past year, and I love him very much.
I'll tell you what, you got to be proud of that kid. He is a survivor, the silent warrior, as Rashawn means in Swahili. And again, his mama got him out of Watts, sitting to Bakersfield. This kid went on to University of Washington. One of the best tailbacks in Washington Husky history, quite frankly.
Do you want me to wait?
Said he kind of lost his passion for football, but the opportunity, Jesse, to come back and play in L.A., but more importantly, to play in this stadium, is something that that brought him back to the game.
Let's talk about the condition of the injured player. What does he have?
He has a fractured tibia and fibula.
In other words, he has a break in his leg in 2 places.
Right, in his lower leg, 2 places. We splinted him. We're going to transfer him to the nearest hospital for x-rays and for either a cast or a splint to be put on.
I'll tell you what, folks can certainly remember LT's hit on Joe Theismann many years ago that has been exploited over and over again in the media. We're not going to show exactly what happened to Octavius Bishop in this very gruesome injury, this tough situation, but the 330-pound tackle out of Texas is the second offensive lineman to be lost by Chicago here tonight. They lost Chris Perez, their starting left tackle, earlier. He's been taken to the hospital to have his MCL knee ligament examined. They may be calling you, Jesse, out of the booth here, as these players on both teams are concerned, obviously.
Better off to get the rock. He's younger than I am.
These players are very concerned about their fallen warrior. And
nobody likes to see this happen. You know, that's a chance you take. You play the game, you play it hard.
You stand up.
Certainly a very severe injury for this this big young man. Leg broken in 2 places, as we were informed, and it's taken about 10 guys to load the 330-pounder on that stretcher, on the gurney, if you will. We talked about the passion and the reason that these players are here tonight. The reason these fans are here tonight is simply the passion of the XFL, and you hate to see this happen to anyone, because Octavius Bishop was having a lot of fun. I talked to him earlier this week.
Look at the faces of the players. You can read it all over them. Even the players on the other team. Because, you know, when the game's over, they play hard, but when the game's over, there's a lot of friendships on both sides of the ball.
These guys, many of them knew each other from their college years or other professional experiences.
Great sportsmanship out there.
Octavius, look at the big man. He's a tough son of a gun, I'll tell you. Octavius with this hook 'em horn sign. And even an old Oklahoma can
look at that. Hook 'em horns. Legs broken in 2 places, but he's still got the courage, the guts to raise his arms up in the air. What a warrior.
That's the XFL spirit personified. Octavius Bishop.
That's what it's all about. Here you got a guy playing football for no more money than what the average American plays it for, and still has the courage. Look at that.
A lot of heart demonstrated by Octavius Bishop.
I'll tell you what, JR, this guy could play on my team anytime.
No doubt about it. But it certainly brings up a salient football point. As far as the Chicago team is concerned, they're dangerously thin now with their offensive linemen. These teams only carry 38 players on their roster. 2 backup offensive linemen. Benny Anderson has been called to duty. And now Octavius Bishop has been obviously eliminated from the equation.
And what people need to understand, in the XFL, we only carry 38 players on an active roster. So, you know, they may have to move a guard, a backup guard, or a center out to play that tackle position now. And, you know, that's always a tough situation to step into. You don't fully know the plays all the time, and it puts a lot of pressure on an offensive lineman.
Well, folks, let's take it quickly back down to Orlando for another update.
The Orlando Rage starting to tack it up on the scoreboard. Derek Clark from 7 yards out, their 4th unanswered touchdown of the night. Untouched touchdown by Derek Clark. It's 26-7. Orlando on a roll.
Celebration in the end zone in Orlando. Nothing to celebrate at this very moment here in the historic LA Coliseum. Octavius Bishop will be taken to a medical facility, and they'll join his fellow offensive lineman, Chris Perez. They're getting his knee checked for an MCL injury. And again, when you only carry 38 men on your roster, these injuries, no matter what the level, injuries always hurt you in a lot of ways. But in the XFL, they're doubly dangerous. Chicago is trying to line up for a field goal here to increase their 12-point lead. Chicago leading 25-13.
Well, Chicago's going to have to be resourceful now when they get back out there on offense, because, you know, losing 2 offensive tackles, they got to move somebody, maybe a tight end in, a guard or whatever out there. Let's see what happens here on the field goal attempt. We're back into play.
Andy Crossland will attempt the field goal from 37 yards out. Crossland, the big left footer. Kick is up. And wide to the left. So Los Angeles holds, and maybe that will motivate the Los Angeles Extreme Can Tommy Maddox get it going? His team down by 12.
What's that? This is totally digital, totally impressive, total chick magnet. Feel this, virgin yak. Chicks dig this stuff. And for the coup de grace, imported beer.
Some beers are for show.
No thanks.
Some beers are for real. Cool and refreshing as a mountain stream.
Hi, got enough for us?
Head for the mountains of Bush.
Before a Buell motorcycle can reach the production stage, it must undergo extensive testing on the road, on the track, and on the dyno. Although occasionally our engineer will put the bike through his own standard evaluation. The Grin Test. Demo ride a Buell American motorcycle. Visit Buell.com for the nearest dealer.
Yo, it's the IXL that keeps the shut down. IXL. They got you loving the sound. The IXL. That mean you ride to a home with an IXL. To walk the asphalt with your IXL. To pull in the pace with your IXL. To make a narrow escape. IXL. Truly electrified. IXL. Your eyes on the prize. Make sure you don't fall. IXL. When you're having a ball. With your IXL. Keep it moving in the clubs. The daylight loves.
I believe basic training is going to be an adventure. It's going to be a major accomplishment in my life. You know, many people have told me that, you know, when you walk across that stage when you're graduating, that there's not a feeling like it. In basic training, I'm looking forward to the obstacle course. I think that's going to be really fun.
Watch the fun begin.
I want to become a soldier.
Log on only at GoArmy.com.
We are back live in Los Angeles, and the ladies in the hot tub on the beach in the end zone having a good time. I think maybe next week we can be in something like that. You're a broad man. You can handle it. You can teach me the aquatic ways of life.
Jamie, what's the cutback?
First and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. Tommy Maddox, the quarterback for L.A. Maddox looking to throw and dumps it off to Rashawn Sheehy, and Sheehy taken down by Kerry Cooks. It's a return home to Rashawn Sheehy. Maddox going after those linemen. Well, he got hit late.
Well, he's also going after, he's complaining a lot to the officials, too. He wants a call out there.
Maddox is a spirited competitor. Certainly, to say the very least. Second down and 5. Maddox takes the draw, dumps it off, and the ball batted.
Intercepted?
Was the ball intercepted or was the ball incomplete? Matt Peaks.
It looks like an interception. They're calling it interception.
And that is a big turnover.
Back, baby, back.
Big turnover here. Watch out, the linebacker from Ohio State. Great athletic play by the former Buckeye.
Feeks read that perfect, read the screen pass, got in there, Maddox flipped it up, and Feeks with the interception. Chicago back in business.
Lester with a handoff to Avery, and there's
a late flag coming in.
All right.
Probably holding.
I got stoned.
You know, JR, this entire quarter has been played in LA territory so far.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
And no points.
Previous spot. We play first.
And we got a holding call by referee Randy Crystal, and certainly Chicago, they got a heck of a situation going here. John Avery is where I'm looking at.
Well, and they're going to have a tough time running the football because they've lost both their tackles right now, and that's going to make it difficult for Avery, but he's a good running back. Let's see if he can swing and get outside, but they're in big trouble now. There's a big penalty.
You know, Jess, it's great not being in the press box and being right here in the open, amongst them all, as they say in Oklahoma, around all these fans here in L.A. And so now Lester's got a first and 20, ball on the 43-yard line of Los Angeles, with Chicago leading by 12. Lester again looking to throw, and Lester being knocked down. Matt Kennelly from Southern California. Third sack of the night by Los Angeles. There's where we are, Jess. All right,
there we are.
You feel the game here.
Sitting up with the fans out here in Los Angeles. Great crowd we got out here tonight.
Smell the popcorn.
About 36,000, and they actually almost got here on time for LA.
Close. Fashionably late. Second down at 25, and we may have another flag there. That was got to be procedure, and the incomplete pass. Chicago a little out of sync there.
Offense, illegal shift. Illegal shift. 88 illegal shift. Yeah. It's an illegal shift. You can refuse the penalty and it'd be here. We penalize and replay second.
So illegal shift on the offense. Jesse, a lot of folks here on a rainy, cool day for Southern California.
35,813 Los Angeles here.
So we got third down. And about 1,000,000 miles to go, it would seem, for Chicago. Everybody having a great time here in Los Angeles. That's what it's all about when you experience the XFL live.
Going out of the shotgun. He's punting it.
Oh, the quick kick. The quick kick, but it's fielded. The ball is fielded by Los Angeles by Ricky Parker. And Parker benches the ball across the 40-yard line. A smart, heady play, 26-yard quick kick, a 20-yard return. And who would have thought that Tim Lester was a punter?
Well, Lester made a great play. You know, Chicago thought they were going to catch him off guard here out of the shotgun. There's the punt, but Lester fields it, and it backfires on Chicago. The best field position since the 4th and 1 when the LA Extreme went for it early in the quarter.
Watch Lester make a tackle here. This kid's he's got some guts. You gotta love Tim Lester.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call that a tackle.
Well, they
kind of got in his way.
Well, that's better than nothing. And a completed pass.
That's
to Larry Ryan.
That's how a quarterback tackles, but you know, better than what you might see in another league because they're used to getting hit here at least.
Quarterbacks and kickers are not the greatest tacklers. And you got to wonder how long Coach Al Luganville is going to stay with Tommy Maddox. Ken Oxendine, the deep back for L.A. And the Ox gets the carry right up the gut.
Nothing there.
You know, just that quick kick had gone 25 yards here in the XFL. It's a free ball.
Absolutely. If it had gone down and went in the end zone, it'd be a touchdown for Chicago if it got that far.
Two-time All-Pac-10 and All-American Jason Chorick out of Washington made the last tackle. Third down, and 2.
LA fans getting a little restless here. They want to see something out of their Extreme.
Leatherwood in motion.
There's the guy to get it to.
And Copeland.
Tim Lester, tell us about the quick kick. Is that a function of losing both your starting tackles?
Not really. When you get 3rd and long like that, you gotta try to do something to change momentum. And when it was a smart play, I got to kick a little further.
Tim Lester's having a good night. 7 of 10, 189 yards. A very efficient night for the young man who just a few months ago was teaching math in Wheaton, Illinois.
44.
Tommy Maddox needs some magic here.
Somebody should teach him how to kick go a little better, JR.
And Maddox. The bump and run coverage affecting Maddox adversely there. Laterio Rochelle, the intended receiver.
Tommy Maddox, 21 out of 36 tonight.
That guy's got a Jesse the Body Ventura haircut.
That's right. We got the same barber, Mr. Norelco.
Maddox needs some success. 2nd and 10.
And you know, Mr. Norelco has 3 heads.
I've heard. But Copeland down to the 30-yard line.
And that's the man LA should go to, Jermaine Copeland, very explosive wide receiver.
Trust me.
Jermaine Copeland made his living as a janitor after leaving the University of Tennessee. He's caught 10 balls tonight for 107 yards. Big night for the former Tennessee Vol. LA needs a touchdown in the worst way. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Wait a minute, Joe. I got a question. Why would one go to college to become a janitor? You don't have to go to college to be a janitor.
I wonder what that says for the flag down. I wonder what that says for the graduates of the University of Tennessee. Ball start on the offense.
I suppose he volunteered to be one.
I'm sure he got paid a nice hourly wage. There he is, Jermaine Copeland. Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do. When we talked about him being a janitor, he said it proudly. He had no, what the heck, you do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with being a janitor, I can tell you. Now he's playing in the XFL.
I was a janitor often in the Navy.
Maddox pass complete. There's some room there for Darnell McDonald. And
he is not playing right now for the extreme. He has cramps in both calves. They were working on him on the sideline. He is up now and will attempt to get back in the game. But for now, Rashawn Sheehy is out.
Rashawn Sheehy, this is not the homecoming he was looking for, but
that's why during these games you got to take that fluid. You got to take it all game long, or you can cramp up. Eat those bananas, get the potassium.
Forward motion by LA. Maddox throw, and what a catch! What a beautiful catch by Latario Rochelle, stretching out. All day. Nice catch. Nice catch.
Rochelle asking for the ball, and he got it delivered, stretched out, and made a beautiful catch. He's got 4 catches for 41 yards this evening for the extreme.
Maddox uniform pretty dirty. Maddox has had the heat on him here tonight. Just a
Eagle on. Eagle joint. Hey.
First and 10 for LA. Ball on the 14-yard line.
Get on the ball,
Ken Oxendine, the tailback. LA needs 6, not 3 here. And a penalty flag on the play. And certainly this is uncharacteristic. There's a Linda Sheehy. Certainly concerned about her son, but I'll tell you what, he's been through tougher things growing up in Watts than the cramps of the calves, let me tell you.
Well, again, it looks like a penalty, you know, here in the XFL, only 35 seconds to get that play off.
They ain't burning daylight in the XFL. First and 15, the ball will be on the 19-yard line of the Chicago Enforcers. Tommy Maddox looking for the end zone here.
48!
And big-time blitz.
He read it. He read it. Beautiful pass.
Larry Ryans found the one-on-one coverage. Great read by Tommy Maddox.
Excellent read by Maddox. He saw the blitz coming, got it out to Ryans. Quick release. Good yardage. Great play there for the LA Extreme.
Look at the blitz here. Everybody coming.
And there's Ryans outside getting knocked out of bounds, but not before he picks up the first down.
Second down, ball on the 10-yard line. Second and 6. Maddox looking to throw. Got his man. And
there's a flag coming in. Yep. They're going to call pass interference there.
Darnell McDonald from Kansas State, the intended receiver. Big, powerful receiver with great hands. Interfered with.
First down.
And that's going to give LA an automatic first and 10.
And of course, here in the XFL, you can bump and run, but not after the ball is released by the quarterback. And there you saw ball released, contact made, result interference, first and goal.
First and goal.
Let's go, Ace.
From the 2-yard line.
First down, Ray.
About 10 seconds to go in the third quarter here.
Ace. Jamie in the middle.
Let the clock run out.
No, he won't.
Oxendine the carry. Great defensive play. Great defensive play by Chicago. Jamie Baisley out of Indiana makes the tackle from his middle linebacker position. But Los Angeles is threatening. LA trying to get right back in this ball game. It's going to be second and goal. When we come back, LA must score.
It's the return of NBC's Superstar Thursday. First, Susan Sarandon.
Are you ready?
Meet
Nissan's President's Day event is going on now, so jump on it. Get 3.9 down the line with financing for up to 60 months on Altimas and Pathfinders. Get 3.9 financing on select Frontiers and Maximas. Rush to your Big 8 Nissan dealer. Event ends President's Day. With 3.9 down the line, this place is jumping.
This weekend on First Coast News, quick, hot, accurate, and served with a smile. Just what you want from a fast food meal, but which restaurants actually accomplish all that?
Watch part 2 of my special On Your Side report.
Tonight at 11.
Then on Sunday, ever wonder why Jacksonville turned out the way it did? One man found some answers when he decided to clean out a shed. And wait till you see what he found. On First Coast News at 11, Sunday.
It's Boat Show time at the 54th Annual Jacksonville Boat Show. See how affordable owning a boat can be. See hundreds of boats in various sizes and price ranges. See what's new in the accessory section. Visit our huge outside boat display. Free cooking lessons with Chef Robert, courtesy of Winn-Dixie. Visit any exhibiting marine dealer for a discount courtesy pass. This is one show you don't want to miss. Today through Sunday at the Prime Osborne Convention Center.
Surprise her this Valentine's Day. All diamonds are up to 50% off at Service Merchandise.
For your jewelry, for your place.
Perfect for your one and only. A 1-carat diamond bracelet, only $199.90. This diamond heart, just $59.90. Our best Valentine's value ever. Gifts of love from the largest diamond selection at America's leading jeweler. More choices, better prices, guaranteed.
At your service, Service Merchandise.
Fast food services put to the test tonight at 11.
NBC.
We are back live in the Coliseum here in Southern California. I'll tell you what, you think this is hot. What do you see Saturday Night Live? Not J-Lo. See how hip I am, Jesse? J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez. She's checking her weapons at the door. Saturday Night Live may never be hotter than it will be tonight.
All right.
I know you're motivated. Big play here for Tommy Maddox. Maddox looking to throw the fade. Up in the air. And we got an interception. Corey Ivy, who had 2 interceptions last week, the former Oklahoma Sooner.
Oh, man.
And that's like sticking the knife in the heart of the LA Extreme by spiking that ball in midfield.
You might see Milanovic now because the Boo Birds are coming out here in L.A. Not happy with Tommy Maddox throwing into coverage, getting picked off right when Los Angeles needs a touchdown at the start of the 4th quarter to get back into this game.
Corey Ivy was Poison Ivy on that exchange, a former Oklahoma cornerback with his 3rd interception in 2 weeks here in the XFL. And
339.
Chicago ball, the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, Tim Rush to the quarterback. The dangerous John Avery gets the handoff. And Avery from Ole Miss. Nice run by Avery right off the guts again.
Here's the pass right there. Maddox firing it out there. And look at this bad throw right to Ivy. Terrible pass right there. Floated it right to him.
Maddox 25 of 40 tonight.
And, you know, they're playing right in Chicago's hands now. They can run the ball with Avery and use up a lot of clock here, holding the lead. 12-point lead in the 4th quarter.
Here comes Avery one more time. Avery cutting back, and a nice tackle made by Matt Canale, number 75, who played right here at USC.
And, you know, they've set it up well, Chicago, because they came out throwing first play from scrimmage, 50-yard pass. So they've loosened up that L.A. defense.
Like Avery's
going to the sideline now. They don't want to lose him.
LaShawn Johnson, not a bad backup, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, he's very good.
Avery will be examined. He had an injury last week and came back and still played a great game down in Orlando. LaShawn Johnson, the running back. And Lester.
Lack of communication there. Bailey hooked up, and Lester threw it long.
Timing patterns certainly are challenged when the defense is effectively using the bump and run as they can here in the XFL. So LA has stopped Chicago with 13:23 to go in the ball game. Chicago leading by 12. Remember, the ball's got to travel 25 yards. That would make it to the 48-yard line. No fair catches in the XFL. Damon Dunn back deep to receive for Los Angeles. Ralston with a kick, nice high kick, fielded at the 24-yard line. Damon Dunn trying to find some room. Damon Dunn out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Los Angeles. Good field position for the extreme. 49-yard kick, 21-yard return. We got it to football game.
Men, they're always trying to impress me.
Hey, China!
They think big muscles are all I care about.
Hey, China!
The truth is, I like brains and brawn.
Hey, China!
That's why I love the man who takes Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. It's a safe, smart way to burn fat and get an extra boost of energy.
Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner.
Sports drinks. Not cutting it, okay? What do you bench? 350. Gallons? By the way, your body called. Yeah, looking for some vitamin D and A. Come on!
Hey, I found a quarter. Can I get a spot here?
Yeah. What are you drinking?
Sports drink.
Sports drink. Later, sunshine. So you just hit the stop button? They got a stop button, or you just stop walking, or you got to... Ow.
Want to play? Milk has 9 essential nutrients active bodies need.
I'm all right. I'm up.
I have no idea what's going to happen in basic training. My drill strategy could be crazy, but it's going to show me how I can make a good soldier. Biggest fear is climbing down that tower. Like, it's a scary thing for me. It's never hard to climb up. It's just the way down that's the problem. I don't think I'll be afraid of anything anymore after I go through this. I'm not a quitter. I was always taught to keep going no matter what.
Log on, only at GoArmy.com.
Creamy, creamy, chocolate, creamy, creamy.
Something's back in the mix.
Smooth and nutty peanut butter, smooth and nutty peanut butter. Smooth and nutty peanut butter. Smooth and nutty peanut butter.
It's all in the mix.
Welcome back, everybody. The XFL on NBC is brought to you by Milk with 9 essential nutrients. Got milk, and by the United States Army, an army of one. And by Twix, it's all in the mix. I'll tell you what, that's a back-breaking interception moments ago by Tommy Maddox, but he has a chance now to redeem himself.
Absolutely, still a lot of time. 12:54 to go. A lot of football to be played yet.
Oxidine in motion.
Oh, man.
How do you do? Number 51, Kevin McCullough. Folks, let's you experience the sights and sounds of XFL Raw.
How can you overrule that one, not overrule this one? Who's got it? Yay! It's illegal! He can't, it's illegal! Illegal substitution! No, it wasn't a tip ball. Nice try, though. 48!
Back to live action. Maddox in the shotgun. Looking at throws, got time. And pass incomplete.
And of course, JR, let's remind everybody in the XFL, you only need 1 foot in bounds here to catch the football, same as college.
Absolutely. Pass intended for Kansas State. Speaking of colleges, Darnell McDonald. 3rd down and 19, huge play. Maddox's arm, he's underthrowing, which is indicative of a weak arm.
Ohio Spencer, first down, right?
In some folks' estimation.
Wait, bunch over here.
Huge play for Los Angeles.
Out of the shotgun again.
Ball on the LA 36-yard line. And Maddox again with a deep out. Pass complete to McDonald. McDonald trying to make something happen, but he's brought down about the 47 or 48-yard line by Kerry Cooks, the safety out of Iowa. Former Iowa Hawkeye on the stop. 4th down and 7, and LA will not go for it here. As Prefontaine into punt.
But remember, Prefontaine is a quarterback.
Right.
He is a quarterback.
Prefontaine to kick the ball. Surprised that LA didn't go for it here. Down 12, but nice kick by Prefontaine.
They went for it earlier.
Roel Preston takes it out of bounds at about the 23-yard line as we hustle you back down to Orlando with this update.
San Francisco's on the board in the 3rd quarter. A 93-yard drive. Mike Pulaski to Jimmy the Jet Cunningham for the score. Jimmy the Jet trying to fire up the Demons, but San Francisco still trails 26-14.
It is 1st and 10 for Chicago. Ball on their own 23-yard line. Young Tim Lester out of Western Michigan. 35 touchdown passes his senior year. Gives the ball to LaShawn Johnson. Johnson runs very well north and south. A little extracurricular here.
Stay cool. Stay cool. Let's go, boy. Let's go.
We got to see if John Avery comes back in. You know, he got injured last week, and that same injury bothered him a little bit earlier in the 3rd quarter. Johnson in there right now, but they sure could use Avery to break one.
Makeshift offensive line here by for Chicago. Referee Randy Crystal telling the old line to keep their cool. Somebody dinged there.
Stay cool, guys. Walk away from any talking, okay?
Number 96. That's death blow. Jamal Duff.
Well, what Chicago's also done too, Benny Anderson, who normally plays left guard, is now in there playing left tackle because they've lost both their tackles tonight.
Like a knee injury there. Death blow looks to be hurt badly here, Jesse. The intimidator on that defensive line for LA. You know what they say with the one-legged man in the butt-kicking contest. Well, folks, tomorrow night here on NBC, it's the best of the NBA in our nation's capital for NBA All-Star 2001. You'll see the Raptors' Vince Carter and fan favorite Chris Webber, along with Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and more. Don't miss NBA All-Star 2001 from Washington, D.C. tomorrow night at 6 Eastern on NBC. More football here tomorrow. As a matter of fact, a couple of big games tomorrow. Football at affordable prices returns to the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as Birmingham visits your pal Rusty Tillman's New York Hitmen, Jess. Not to mention the Las Vegas
Outlaws against Memphis.
Absolutely. That's on UPN tomorrow night.
Nice fake by Lester to get out there. Look at that beautiful run.
Little bootleg by Lester. Lester picked us all out, I think, on that one.
I'll tell you, Lester put that ball on his hip, and one of the defensive linemen went right by him.
Nice little fake there. Lester avoiding Eric Johnson, and Eric Johnson will probably hear about that next week. Getting beat in the open field by the QB. 3rd down and 2.
And you notice there was no slide. Our quarterbacks don't slide here. Watch out for the blitz.
Quick toss out on the X-Cam, pulling the action. And,
whoa, look at that belly-to-belly suplex.
Almost a suplex. That's a 2-point takedown. Ricky Parker made the tackle.
RP2. Flag on the play.
A lot of flags down. Guys,
look at this. Uh-oh.
Get back.
Tempers are flaring out there. Some unhappy people.
Let's go.
The competitive nature of these passionate athletes on display for the world to see here. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's ugly.
But it is spirited all the time.
Al Luganville looks like he's in shock. Luganville's team has had the ball for 62 plays.
Did they toss Evans?
Lamont, what happened out there? Lamont. Lamont, tell me what happened out there, man. This guy's trying to take my career from me. Play is over. He rolling on the back of my legs. It's not over. Cheap shot. That's all it is. He's been doing it all game.
Leo Mont-Harris taking exception to the alleged tactics of the opponents here. And the officials have had a lengthy conference. A caucus, if you will.
What did they come up with, JR?
I'm sure it was offsetting.
Offsetting penalties. Chicago will set up the punt.
Hey, Chief, hey, do it again, Tom. Do it again.
Replay, third down. Oh,
so it's saying
absolutely.
That gives Chicago another opportunity to convert here. The ball is on the 31-yard line.
Give me a run. Can't talk to him, Chris.
Third down and 2. Tim Lester leading his team back on the field. Good coaching job done tonight by that man, Ron Meyer. Third down and 2 for Chicago. They want to keep the ball, obviously, with a 12-point lead.
What's the down and distance?
Number 45 by. 45 for the team.
Ejection.
Huh?
LA 45?
Number 45 on LA is ejected.
45 ejected?
Yes, 45 ejected.
Throwing the helmet.
Folks, we've been joined here in our booth by the legendary Dick Butkus. And Dick, what do you think about this, the Chicago team here tonight?
It's kind of surprising because
yes, we are.
At the training camp, you know, the New Jersey and New York hitmen really jumped on them and beat them up pretty good, but they came out here and did a pretty good job right away.
They're pretty good. 45 just got ejected. Dick, did you ever get ejected in a game?
I don't remember, Jess. I don't think.
Or you don't want to.
He's taking the fifth.
I'll tell you. Well, here, go ahead.
The handoff to John Avery, and Avery right at the gun, looking for the 1st and 10, and it looks like he got it.
No, I got to tell you, JR, standing next to me, Dick Butkus is one of the greatest football players. I got to grow up, of course, in Minnesota, so we'd see a lot of those Chicago Bears. And this is the man that led the monster of the Midway for many years. Dick, I want to ask you, you know, we've taken a lot of heat from these sports writers, these columnists. I like to call them pukes because most of them have never even strapped on a helmet in their life. Well, how do you feel about that, you being one of the greatest physical players of all time?
Ball on the 35-yard line. We'll get Dick's response momentarily. 1st and 10. Lester giving the ball to Avery, and Avery hits the hole so quick and so hard. But it closed down there for him.
Yeah, baby.
Well, Jesse, I don't know. I guess they're just jealous or whatever, wanting it to fail. But, you know, in all of this, all the shots taken, and, you know, we didn't say we're going to be better than anybody else. We're just going to play football. And, you know, who's missing in the whole equation is the players. They're having fun. They've got some chance to fulfill some of their dreams. And, I don't know why.
See, to me, Dick, a player would never criticize another player for wanting to go out there and play ball. And that's why I know these guys have never played.
Well, Avery with a handoff.
You're being awful nice tonight, Dick.
Well, you know, we encourage freedom of expression and freedom of speech. Yeah, but the writers can say whatever the hell they want. But it really doesn't matter. It only matters what our fans think.
That's right.
And you had a 35,000 here, and I don't think they just had the gates open. So, you know, last week we had 3 out of 4 good games. This is, I consider, a good game tonight. Back in Orlando, they're having a good game tonight, so we see what happens tomorrow. So just give it a chance, and maybe the one writer that spoke not highly of us, well, he'll change his mind.
Any chance, Dick, you'll come out of retirement?
No.
Play again?
No, man, no. Okay. The artificial knee. No way.
All right, Dick, thanks very much. Lester's pass intended for Coleman, incomplete. And the former male dancer, Sean Jockey, was on the coverage there. Every kid in America wanted to be number 51 if they had any guts.
Male dancer.
You went across. He danced in front of ladies at bachelorette parties.
How do you know this, JR?
I do my homework.
Were you there?
No, sir.
Oh.
Chicago kicking the ball away. Crossed on the high kick. Damon Dunn got to catch it. Fumble ball. And
he got it back.
Sure did. No fair catches in the XFL. Can LA get back in this ball game? That's the question.
1-800-COLLECT presents Ava Save-A-Lot.
Watch out!
Wow, that was close.
I know. You almost dialed 0 to make that collect call.
Well, what should I do?
Just dial 1-800-COLLECT. It saves at least $1 or $2.
Wow, that's a lot.
And it's easy to remember.
Yeah, just dial 1-800-COLLECT. Oh, it's a no-brainer.
Watch out!
Relax, I remember.
Going up?
1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2.
Ready to play? Always ready to play.
It was a night.
How many Elvises does it take to take Las Vegas?
Time to go to work, baby.
Kurt Russell, Kevin Costner, Courtney Cox, Christian Slater, Kevin Pollak, David Arquette, Howie Long, Bokeem Woodbine, Ice-T.
You almost hit me. You nuts?
Probably.
3,000 miles to Graceland. Rated R. Starts Friday, February 23rd.
You might run into. The Lugs hit of the game, featuring the Lugs Frenzy. Be careful out there.
Well, Tommy Maddox has experienced some slobber knocker hits here tonight. Not had a bad night, but he has been punished. 3 sacks. Hit 10 times,
Hang in there, Ray.
11 hurries.
And most critical, the 2 interceptions, the 2 picks he's thrown, 1 in the end zone.
48!
Man in motion. And Maddox back to throw. Got the heat and incomplete. Big night on here on NBC and all new Saturday Night Live tonight. Hosted by J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. I wonder what she's going to be wearing tonight, or what she's not going to be wearing.
Rose, first down, right?
2nd and 10.
Jason Chorak, defensive end out of Washington, putting a big hit on Maddox the last play right as he released the ball.
Chorak's a hoss, no doubt about it. And completed pass. Maddox to Jermaine Copeland, and Copeland's having a huge night.
You know, with the explosiveness of Copeland, they're not out of this game. All they need to do is get down there and get points on this drive, and LA could pull this thing out yet. Copeland, 11 catches, 108 yards tonight.
First down! No, it's not!
But the the key stat there, no touchdowns for Copeland.
2 minutes,
LA only 5 of 12 on third downs. Copeland again catching his tough ball. LA winning this ball game favored by 6. They are down 12.
And the clock becoming the enemy of the LA Extreme right now. The short passes are nice. They're marching down the field, but they're also chewing up time.
Maddox again, looking to throw. Has run, and Maddox up to the 45-yard line of Chicago. Casey Daly, a Northwestern graduate. A lot of Big Ten players here in the Chicago team making the play.
Smart play that time by Tommy Maddox. Receivers weren't open. He tucked it in rather than trying to force the pass and got a good run out of it.
Sunday.
No huddle here for LA.
Cross!
Maddox.
There's a flag too, but he caught it anyway.
Materio Rochelle with a completion, and we have
second flag.
2 flags. Maddox.
I got a late hit on 54.
Late hit on 54.
You heard it.
54.
That's
completed pass here.
Okay, this is what I got. They're going to pass interference.
They're going to tack that on.
Yep, they'll step off another 15 here.
Because they got that continuing action. Okay. We'll go. Where are we? We'll go a full 15 from this spot right here.
Bingo.
Okay.
We had
that interference on what number? Number 29. 54.
The former Ohio State Buckeye, a little overzealous.
We're going to go 15
costing
yards.
his team 15 yards here.
The run, that's right. Okay. You got it.
So Tommy Maddox getting a break there on that penalty, quite frankly. 15 yards added on. Key thing here is that LA's they need a touchdown now.
Oh, absolutely. They get a touchdown, then they can option for an onside kick if they want. They can pooch it down and get it partway down there. A lot of options open if LA gets the score right here, but they got to get this one, JR.
Well, it's not over, I can tell you that. The guy like Maddox. You know, Maddox has got a great arm. He just has got to get hot.
And especially with wide receivers like McDonald and Copeland.
Maddox 29 of 47 tonight. 304 yards.
Go. Monday. Go. 48.
Jamie, I see 4 wideouts and a man in motion.
Oxidine in motion. Empty backfield.
He's going to throw.
No pass. It's a double pass. The gadget play. And it's incomplete. Jermaine Copeland recruited at Tennessee to play quarterback, but he couldn't beat out a guy by the name of Peyton Manning. But Copeland shows that he can throw the ball.
I'll tell you, JR, I love the idea, though. I love the play. That's action right there. Maddox to Copeland.
The backward pass to Copeland.
Copeland trying to hit Ryans in the end zone. Almost succeeded. Look at, he's wide open.
Second 10, 21-yard line. Maddox back to throw.
It's Ryans.
Ryans again from Clemson with the completion. But the clock is an enemy here.
Rose.
You know, the over-run at one time looked like a lock. But there's been no scoring here in the second half. Over-under in this game was 47.
Go! I thought he went down, Coach.
Maddox, quick out, incomplete.
Great defensive play.
Maddox doing more officiating.
Troy Sanders with an excellent coverage at the cornerback spot right there.
Fourth down is the key thing to remember here. 4th and 4.
If you get that, run speed out.
Okay.
Deuce left. Lotus on 1, right? Yeah.
Clock is running. 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Go!
LA must convert here. 4th down. Big 4th down play. Maddox, 3-step drop.
Got it.
Pass complete. Copeland again. And Copeland enough for the 1st and 10. Copeland having a hell of a night here. And the clock continues to run here in the XFL.
And LA continues to go without a huddle at this point.
Copeland's 13th catch, 134 yards for the former Tennessee Vol.
Sunday.
No, it's Saturday.
Maddox again, looking for the end zone. Oh my God!
He held on.
What a hit! What a touchdown!
Wow!
My God! What a hit! What a touchdown!
referees are meeting in the end zone. What's going on here?
Referees having a conference.
Touchdown, there it is.
And L.A.
Right.
There's a margin here. L.A. now trailing by 7.
Charlie, right? Ball to left hash. Trips, 15 Charlie.
Let's go trips. 15 Charlie, first down, right?
They're going to run trips.
15 Charlie, first down.
Or L.A. trips to the right. Top of your screen. 3 wide receivers. Oxidine in the backfield. Quick toss out to Damon Dunn, but nothing doing here. So L.A. pulls within 6.
Nice job.
Go. I'm going to look at the touchdown.
Here's Maddox going back. There's the pass. Look at this. Whoa, man. How he held on to that ball. Unbelievable.
That's the kind of hitting we love here in the XFL. You'll see it every week. Oh, man, don't you love football?
I saw you just looked up at the scoreboard. How did you hold on to that pass?
It's part of the game. Sometimes you got to take a big hit, get your team back in the game, so hopefully we can stop them, make a big play on offense.
We expect the onside kick here. Man, we're having a...
And you know what's critical right now? Those early timeouts that were used, JR, at the start of the third quarter and all that.
2 timeouts and a 2-minute, okay?
You're Al Luganville, the coach of L.A. They have 2 timeouts remaining to the enforcers and the 2-minute warning.
You know, and that leaves an option. You may not onside kick. You might want to drill it deep and see if your defense can stop them.
Well, the L.A. certainly seeming to line up as if they're going to kick it deep.
It's going to be fun. See what Luganville, what call he makes.
The XFL is fun in general. I tell you, I love this. I love this.
You gotta love the guy. Remember at the start of the third quarter, he goes for that 4th and 1, takes a chance, comes out looking horrible on it.
Turned out to be a great football game here on a chilly night in Los Angeles. Chicago leading 25-19.
They're going deep. Onside kick.
Kicking deep, and John Avery returns the kick. Avery at the 10-yard line. Avery looking for somewhere to go. You better get him down. And Avery couldn't find his footing there, and Avery with a 6-yard return, the most exciting 6-yard return of the ball game. Tim Lester has had a hell of a ball game. The young man, 7 of 12, 189 yards, and 1 touchdown, no interceptions for the young man.
Let's go. First down, ready? I'm not giving you the ball.
LA has 2 timeouts remaining.
And the 2-minute warning. Oh, nice fake by Lester.
Look at Lester. And Lester sliding to stay in bounds.
What's he doing out there sliding, making a liar out of me, JR?
Well, he wants to live to fight another day. He's a math major. He's a smart kid. Well, with a timeout, the 2-minute warning, the U.S. Army presents Victories in Life. Tim Lester, a 4-year starter in Western Michigan, holds 17 Western Michigan's passing records. He's 97 of 12, 189 yards, and a touchdown. But this ball game ain't over. Don't go anywhere. A lot more football left.
I have no idea what's going to happen in basic training. My drill strategy could be crazy, but it's going to show me how I can make a good soldier. Biggest fear is climbing down that tower. Like a scary thing for me. It's never hard to climb up. It's just the way down that's the problem. I don't think I'll be afraid of anything anymore after I go through this. I'm not a quitter. I was always taught to keep going no matter what.
Log on, only at GoArmy.com.
Before a Buell motorcycle can reach the production stage, it must undergo extensive testing on the road, on the track, and on the dyno. Although occasionally our engineer will put the bike through his own standard evaluation. The grin test. Demo ride a Buell American motorcycle. Visit Buell.com for the nearest dealer.
From the director of The Nightmare Before Christmas, Stu Miley was dropped into a whole new world.
Hello? Am I dead?
Hiya, boss. Now he has 24 hours to find a way out, or he'll lose everything.
The woman I love is living with a little monkey that looks like me.
Ow!
What a lucky girl.
Brendan Fraser, Bridget Fonda, Chris Kattan, Monkey Bone.
Be right back after I choke my monkey!
Rated PG-13. February 23rd, only in theaters.
Don't forget, Jennifer Lopez live tonight, hosting Saturday Night Live. We got a barn burner here. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 24-yard line for Chicago. They lead by 6 with 2 minutes to go in this football game. The historic Coliseum here in Los Angeles. Rock and roll. That's seen a lot of great football. And we're seeing more here tonight. LaShawn Johnson, the tailback, running behind Charles Wiley.
They're taking a timeout there. Good play by a mass of the LA defense right there. They got to use their timeouts. 3rd down now.
LA has 1 timeout remaining.
Chicago gets a 1st down at this point. It's going to be real difficult, so the LA defense has got to get the job done if they're going to win the game.
30-second timeout. Each team has 1 timeout remaining. Big day tomorrow in the XFL on TNN and UPN. Hope you'll be with us. Some great football. Birmingham at New York. The Hitmen return for their home opener.
And then when you're done watching football, you get to watch my buddy KG, Kevin Garnett, of the Timberwolves, the NBA All-Star game tomorrow night.
NBA All-Star game here on NBC at 6 Eastern Time from our nation's capital.
No, I'm down.
You know, KG's got an XFL hat I gave him.
They're down and 1. The heavy backfield in for Chicago. LaShawn Johnson.
Oh, they held him.
But nothing doing. This offensive line of Chicago has been decimated by injuries tonight. LA just called their last timeout to stop the clock with 1:42 remaining.
But we got a great one here now because they're looking at 4th down. Chicago going to have to punt the football. LA will get one last chance.
LA gets another shot at it with Tommy Maddox at the helm. They'll have no timeouts. You know, the no-huddle offense and Tommy Maddox thinking about it.
You know what killed the Chicago running game here, JR? The loss of those 2 big tackles. They weren't able to run the ball at the crucial part of the game. It could come back and definitely haunt them.
Excellent point. Octavius Bishop with a broken leg tonight. Chris Perez with an MCL injury. We don't know the extent of it as of yet. And Andy Crossland, the big left footer, who played down at the Rocks alma mater.
Ball got to make it to the 50 to be free.
Damon Dunn back to receive.
There's a flag. There's a flag. No play.
Flag before the snap, and looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense.
So it's working out for LA. They push him back 5 yards more.
Prior to the snap, false start number 46 on the offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and remain 4th down.
JR, Tommy Maddox looking like he'll get the ball back, but no timeouts.
Maddox has thrown 51 passes tonight, completed 32 of them for 324 yards. 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions as well. And again, Crossland will try to get a kickoff. Remember, Chicago blocked the kick earlier. LA could use a block right here. Good snap. And Crossland gets a kick away. And Damon Dunn at the 44-yard line. Dunn trying to turn the corner, ran out of bounds inside Chicago territory at the 48. It's all about the money and the passion.
There you go. Quarterbacks, $5,000 a game. All other players, $4,500. Kickers, $3,500. $2,500 bonus per player for each win in every game. And of course, when the playoffs arrive, $7,500 per player in the playoffs, and then they split $1 million for the winning team at the big game at the end.
Jess, you think it's going to be Jermaine Copeland again? That's been the go-to guy tonight.
It's going deep.
The throw, and right in the hands of
That's Amelia.
Or was it Copeland?
60 Ohio. Remember, we got to get out of bounds.
That was a drop ball. This Copeland dropped. He hasn't dropped many. He's caught 13 balls tonight for 134 yards.
Hey, who was that to? Me? Go more inside.
Trips. 60 Ohio. 60 Ohio. Pig. Yeah, Sunday.
Little confusion on the route there. Ball to 49-yard line, second down 10. Maddox, quick out. And a quick out successful to Laterio Rochelle, who goes out of bounds and starts the clock. We have a final in Orlando. Good ball game down there. Orlando remains undefeated. They beat San Francisco 26-14 tonight.
And we got one here, JR, going to the wire. Ball on the 37-yard line. Minute 23 to go.
Zorro.
Maddox under center. Not in the shotgun. Maddox over the middle. And Jermaine Copeland trying to make something happen after the catch.
Dangerous play with no timeouts. The clock keeps running.
Run, Sunday. Go.
Maddox again looking to throw. The quick out. Complete. And LA tipping her away right down deep in Chicago territory against Jermaine Copeland.
Be careful, Deuce, race 16. Be careful. Lynn 16.
Lynn 16.
You know what?
Lynn 16.
They're down on the 24, but you know what's interesting here, JR? If they score, how big the extra point will be here in the XFL, because we don't kick them. It's not an automatic.
Clock is running. Tommy Maddox back to throw. The ball is dropped. Darnell McDonald drops the ball. It's going to stop the clock at 50 seconds to go in the ball game. LA's down by 6. But the ball is on the 24-yard line of Chicago. And the herbal tea sippers that left early are going to be kicking themselves in the butt. We're leaving early, Jess.
They're missing a great one here. Safety blitz.
Maddox, look out. He's got a man.
Oh, what a stop. No, they're pulling him out of bounds. He juggled it.
The big hit on Laterio Rochelle separated him and his wherewithal from the football.
Oh, real time right there. There he juggles it. No good. Landing out of bounds. I think it was a good call. Tommy Maddox made a great read right there because they came with a safety blitz, which left single coverage out there. He delivered the ball, but the receiver couldn't hold on.
And Jason Braid made a big tackle. Big play here. Tommy Maddox, another quick out. And incomplete. Lori Ivy, the defender, is all come down to this. 39 seconds to go in the ball game. 4th down and 10. Ball at the 24-yard line.
Let's go trips. Lynn 8. First down, Ray.
Well, you can take the chance now and go over the middle if you have to, because if you get the first down, they'll stop the clock to set the yard marker.
This is for the money. Maddox, back to throw. Got time. Into the end zone.
He's got it.
He caught it. It's a completed pass. On the 1-yard line.
First down.
23-yard gain. Oh, my God. What a catch that was.
Too tight.
Maddox calling for a too tight. Two tight ends. Can you expect Ken Oxendine, the Ox, to get the call here?
Chicago's taking timeout. They want to set their defense down on the 1.
No more timeouts for either team. What a football game. 33 seconds. How do you like the XFL? The fans of Southern California.
Tell him as soon as the play's done, we'll go ahead and spike it if we have to.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Make sure they know. You understand that, kid?
Jermaine Copeland, a huge night. 16 catches, 170 yards. The last one for 23 yards. That put the LA in business at the 1-yard line.
It was a great play by Copeland here. Maddox getting hit as he throws it. Double coverage, and Copeland comes down with the football at the 1.
44, first down, Ray.
All right. Ball to the 1-yard line. Los Angeles looking for a touchdown. The Ox, Ken Oxendine. And deep in the backfield, Oxendine gets a carry. Touchdown! Touchdown, and we got a tie ball game. And this extra point is going to be for all the money.
Here we go. And it's not automatic because we haven't seen hardly any extra points tonight.
29 seconds to go. Al Luganville's team didn't quit. The LA Extreme never folded their tent. And we got a 25 ball game.
One try. 58 goal line. First down, right?
This is for the game right here, JR.
Maddox called 58 goal line. This is for all the money. Maddox looking to throw. In the end zone.
No!
Broken up. Ball broken up by Corey Ivy, and we may be headed to overtime. And if you haven't seen a XFL overtime, you ain't seen nothing yet, as they say.
All right. And Los Angeles won the scramble for the ball, so they'll get it in overtime if they want it, which I'm sure they do.
Man, what a great ball game. Maddox, 59 passes tonight, 36 completions, 372 yards.
Here you go, baby.
Maddox, the emotional leader of this LA team. And
yeah, we're going to take the ball in overtime. Yeah.
We heard Al Luganville say we're going to take the ball in overtime.
Here's the touchdown. Oxendine just a straight dive play. Good drive blocking by the front of the LA Extreme line, and they tied it in.
Rashawn Sheehy on the sideline. Here's the extra point play, looking for Copeland. And a nice play by Corey Ivy. Here's the scramble that got us all started. That LA won. That means LA will have their option in the overtime if we get that far in the next 24 seconds. Squib kick, low liner. Ball to the hands of Roel Preston. Feels it on the 6. Preston back up the middle and got to the 25-yard line. 18-yard return, Eric Harris. I'll tell you what, Jesse, in overtime, the teams will start the ball at the 20-yard line. You can't get a 1st and 10. You get 4 downs. But if LA, for example, has the ball in overtime first, they score in their first play. That means Chicago has got to score on their first play.
That's right. You got to match the team.
And it looks like Lester, who kind of went into hibernation, the young Chicagoan in the second half, has not had a great second half.
18 seconds to go, JR, and it'll be the first overtime in XFL history.
And the quick dump off to Avery. Avery trying to make something happen. Stays in bounds. Now their team can stop the clock. They have no timeouts remaining.
You know, JR, wouldn't the National Football League have loved to have had a Super Bowl like this?
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Well, they had one like this about every 3 or 4 years. Well, folks,
we're going to play the overtime on this.
We're just back where we started. It's an even ball game. 25-25 at the end of regulation. And we're going to settle it here in overtime.
Are the phones working?
Let's take a look at the rules of overtime.
Here's the rules of overtime. Can you top this? Each team has 4 downs to score from the opponent's 20-yard line. If the first team scores, the second team must match the score and in the same number of downs. The first team cannot attempt a field goal until 4th down. That's the only time you can go for a field goal. And the way our kicker's been kicking tonight, that don't look too likely, JR.
Well, I tell you what, we have some great football, and the way these guys are kicking tonight, I don't think that's got to be a last resort as far as field goal kicking is concerned.
You know, JR, and if you heard Tommy Maddox earlier tonight, if they go for a field goal, who knows what he's going to do, because he's already made his mind knowing on field goal attempts. They could be 4th and 20, and he'll still want to throw the ball.
Maddox very emotional. He's yelling at everybody inside, the referees, his own coach, and everybody else. What's over there coming up tonight?
20-yard line.
Right here on NBC. Jennifer Lopez is patiently waiting on us to finish this overtime back in New York, as she'll be hosting Saturday Night Live on an all-new episode tonight in New York City. And we've got overtime here in Los Angeles. And we were wrong. It will be Chicago on offense first.
LA wants to see what Chicago can do. 4 plays to score. Here we go.
Ball on the 20-yard line. Chicago missing both offensive tackles in this makeshift offensive line. Young Tim Lester needs to get hot here. There's a quick dump off to Roel Preston. Preston trying to make something happen. Roel Preston avoids the tackle, then the 15, and down to the 12-yard line. Ball comes loose, but ruled down.
A great bit of running after the catch. He started on one side of the field and brought it all the way back to the other.
Remember,
somebody injured out there?
3 plays to score now. No 1st and 10s in overtime.
Oh, got erupted. He's got to run off the field.
The ex-Marine shows you just how physical it has been. Erupt leaving the field. It has been a slobber knocker here tonight. So much physicality. Chicago has 3 downs to score. The ball is on the 12-yard line of Los Angeles, and we are in overtime. Lester looking to throw.
Oh, he just overshot it.
Lester looking for Roel Preston to the spot, but Preston couldn't get there. And now we are down, as far as Chicago is concerned, for 2 downs to score in this OT.
So, JR, we've lost a few players to the hospital tonight, but on a different note, Mrs. Milanovic hasn't gone yet.
Mrs. Milanovic, 4 or 5 days past due with the first baby. And we have no word on that, thank goodness.
I'm just saying, if we go to trips and run something, and they still
2
go
plays to score.
Now, they've been going 2, but if they still go to 3.
Lester back to throw, being pressured, looking, and Lester's got some room to run, but he's looking to throw, and throws it in. Touchdown! Touchdown, Chicago!
On the 3rd play.
The touchdown to John Avery. And John Avery does it on the ground, this time catching a touchdown pass from Tim Lester, who showed a hell of a lot of composure.
He showed me a hell of a lot of Fran Tarkenton.
We're going to have the extra point here, and then LA will have 3 downs to score when they get possession on the 20-yard line.
Hey, we would have had it. Hey, where's that time? Jumbo!
And a little bit of
Chicago not sure what they're doing here. They're bringing a big shift out there. Well, they got time yet. 20 seconds on the play clock, so they can get it off. Big extra point here tonight. Nobody been very successful with extra points.
The big backfield, Chicago in Johnson and Wiley. Man in motion. And there's the little belly.
And Lester's in.
Lester's in for the extra point. A big extra point. And what a heady play. Great call by Chicago.
I'll tell you, JR, I've been on the fake. I was watching a guy go over the top. Excellent play by Lester. Faked me out and obviously faked out the Los Angeles Extreme.
That was a great series by Tim Lester, leading the Chicago Enforcers to the touchdown and the extra point.
Still go to 3.
Here's Lester going back. Look at this. Almost hit there. Ducks back out again. Still looking, then finds Avery in the end zone. Here's from a different angle. The rush is on. Fake once. Gets away again. Sees Avery. Fires it in there. There's the touchdown for Chicago.
Only a second pro start for young Tim Lester out of Western Michigan. He was teaching algebra just a few weeks ago, and he found the right equation. It's a touchdown, and Chicago up by 7. Now, Tommy Maddox has 3 plays to score here. 3 downs, man in motion. 3-step drop by Maddox. There's the fade. And the pass intended for Laterio Rochelle. And Los Angeles is down to 2 plays, Jesse the Body Ventura. 2 plays.
This is a pretty unique overtime concept. It's the first one, of course, I've seen, and it's exciting, JR. It's interesting.
In your face football.
16. On one, right?
Here we go. 2 plays to go from the 20.
This ain't your granddaddy's football, I'll tell you.
48. 48. Look.
Maddox got some time.
Tipped. Incomplete.
And now we are down to this. It is do or die for Tommy Maddox and the LA Extreme.
Keep running. With David X, you got trips, 60 Georgia. It has to be in the end zone. This is the last play. Trips, 60 Georgia. Make a play.
So they're going to use the trips formation again to get up on the end zone. LA has waited 6.5 years for pro football to return, and they're singing Dandy here tonight. One final play for Tommy Maddox. 3 wide receivers, all going to the end zone. Maddox throws it down. Touchdown! Touchdown! Good goal, Marty. Jermaine Copeland with a touchdown. Now we are down to the extra point.
Whoa!
Chicago leads by 1, but LA has the extra point.
And JR, if they make it, we got to do it all over again.
And I love it.
Let's go.
The 17th catch for Jermaine Copeland.
That's got to be an XFL record.
And
here we go.
Ball to 2-yard line.
Watch out for the slam.
This is for the tie.
There it is. I called it.
And Copeland again. And now we're at 32 all. And we'll go to overtime. Number 2. Another history-making night in the XFL. Don't you just love the XFL? And the emotional young man. What a hellacious night Copeland has had.
You're still alive. A great catch and then the extra point. You refuse to go down.
Man, you know this, man. Big players make big plays in big games.
Yes, what a beautiful play. A lot of guts by a talented athlete, Jermaine Copeland. Go! So we are in our second overtime. Fans get some souvenirs here tonight, and the memories of this great XFL game.
I am.
Do you know, JR, you get a fine in the NFL if you toss a ball in the stands.
Should get a bonus here.
We just give them a new ball.
That's right.
Okay? If I call nickel, you're in fight, you're in split, you're in nickel.
Now LA will go first. They reverse the orders here.
Jermaine Copeland finally unleashed his X-Spot dance. Please. And now Tommy Maddox has 4 downs here from the 20-yard line.
Comes a blitz.
And Maddox,
tipped.
Ball tipped and incomplete.
3 plays left to score, JR.
LA down to 3 downs.
60, Georgia. Now be careful with the ball.
Let's go deuce, 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 deuce. 60 Georgia. First down, right?
Maddox is going to need till Monday to get recuperate here. Been on his backside a lot tonight. Back to throw again. Maddox looking deep in the end zone. Ball tipped and incomplete.
Nice play.
2 plays to score for the LA Extreme. Maddox has thrown 63 passes tonight.
Now, here's the dilemma. If he fails on the 3rd, do they attempt the field goal, JR?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a tough question. Cortez has not had a good night. 0 for 2. He's missed 2 34-yarders. I don't know. I might take my chance with the Copeland and Maddox.
You got to go to Copeland here, I would think. He's the money man.
Maddox looking to throw. And touchdown! A touchdown to Darnell McDonald! Darnell doing his booty dance in the LA Coliseum.
You know, I want to remind everybody everybody, JR. $2,500 a player riding on this overtime right now.
McDonald, 7 catches, 84 yards tonight. None bigger than that touchdown.
And here we go with another big extra point try.
LA leading 38-32 in our second overtime.
44, first down, right?
Tommy Maddox will take the snap from the 2-yard line. 412 yards passing tonight. And then right up the gut. Ken Oxendine, right up the middle, running the heart of Chicago. 39-32, LA Extreme lead, but Chicago gets their chance, Jesse Ventura, in overtime.
But only 3 plays, JR.
Look at this touchdown here.
There's McDonald. Maddox throws it up there. Catches it, and here comes the booty dance. JR, you can do that.
I might put my back out. And here's the extra point. Nothing fancy about this. Oxendine running north and south behind his shoulder pads.
I'm down.
39-32. 3 plays to score here in our second overtime for Chicago. Tim Lester has the ball. 20-yard line for the enforcers. Lester back to throw. And the pass is broken up and incomplete. Junior Lord, the intended receiver. Lester very composed for a 23-year-old making his second pro start. I bet Jennifer Lopez is enjoying this. Should be hosting Saturday Night Live tonight. 2 downs to score for Chicago. Great football game here in the Coliseum in Los Angeles. We are in our second overtime. Chicago trailing by 7. Lester in a shotgun. Throws over the middle, complete. Down to the 15-yard line. And we are down to 1 as Junior Lord makes the catch.
JR, they got to put it in now or they go back to Chicago. It'll be sadness on Halstead Street if they don't score here.
LA favored by 6 in this ball game. They are ahead by 7.
This is it. The crowd going crazy here in Los Angeles. They need a 15-yard play here.
Chicago been away from home for well over a month. They're down to 1 play. Lester looking for the end zone. Lester's throw, and it's incomplete. No flag down. No flag down, and this ball game is over. Football, pro football is back in Los Angeles, California, and the Extreme have beaten Chicago 39-32 in 2 overtimes. Let's be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 Eastern, the NBA All-Star Game from Washington, D.C. Coming up next to local news and Saturday Night Live for Jesse the Body Ventura. I'm Jim Ross. It has been one hell of a night.
I'll tell you, Jimbo, double overtime when we team up. We'll be back next week from Las Vegas, where we'll see LA again.
Good night, everybody.